आप देखो 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 ऐसे आपने सवाल पूछा, बैठो ना, अब सवाल पूछा आपने। सप्लीमेंट्री होता है कि जो यहाँ सवाल पूछा जाता है उसी के बारे में अगर आपको कुछ क्लियरिफिकेशन चाहे, आप ये कहते हैं कि मैं जवाब दे दूंगा, ये जवाब दे देंगे। बोलिए बोलिए, अगर आप बोलना चाहते हैं तो मुझे कोई नहीं।
सर ऑनरेबल मीर सैफुल्लाह साहब, ये आप सैफुल्लाह आप कर लें।
बताओ आपने तो पूछा सप्लीमेंट्री,
सेकंड सप्लीमेंट्री।
अरे इसमें
बहस की बात नहीं है सर,
15 मिनट हो गए
सर, बहस की बात नहीं है। एज पर रूल मेरे 2 सप्लीमेंट्री बनते हैं।
कोई रूल नहीं है,
राइट मेरा बनता है,
कोई सब रूल नहीं है सप्लीमेंट्री।
सर मैं ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर साहब से गुजारिश करना चाहता हूँ कि बेसिकली जो यहाँ सैफुल्लाह साहब ने भी कहा, ये रुकी पड़ी है स्कीम्स, क्योंकि पैसा इसमें जो है पैसा नहीं आ रहा है। मैंने कॉन्ट्रैक्टर से भी बात की थी, मैंने उनको भी बुला के लाया था, उनसे भी बात की थी। उनका एक मुझे ये पता नहीं है, कुछ सेविंग्स वो कह रहे हैं, कुछ सेविंग्स है, अगर हमें फिलहाल उसमें से कुछ दिया जाए ताकि हम जो उनका जो रुका पड़ा काम है वो उसको कंप्लीट कर सकते हैं। अगर सेविंग्स आपके पास कुछ पड़ी है, उनका वो वागुजार अगर होता है थोड़ा बहुत, ताकि जो बचा कुचा काम है वो काम है जो कंप्लीट हो सके, हमारी स्कीमें चले।
जब पैसा आया नहीं तो सेविंग कैसे होगी? जब पैसा आया होगा तो फिर सेविंग होगी, बताइए।
सर ऑनरेबल एमएलए हजरात का कंसर्न है, इसमें शक नहीं। ऑनरेबल हमारे मीर सैफुल्लाह साहब, मैं इंतजार करूंगा, बड़े सीनियर हमारे साथी हैं, तो इनकी जब इनका सवाल या इनके साथ जब मेरी गुफ्तगू होती है तो मुझे डिप्रेशन होने लगता है। बाकौल इनके के यहाँ कुछ नहीं हो रहा है, तो थोड़ा सा मैं इनको कहूँगा कि आप सीनियर आदमी हैं, थोड़ा हमारा हौसला अफजाई भी करें। मैंने पहले गुजारिश की कि इनके एरिए में 6 करोड़ और कुछ लाख, जो सही फिगर मुझे नहीं है, 6 करोड़ 75 लाख रुपया जो है, मैंने पहले भी गुजारिश की कि मैं ऑनरेबल डिप्टी अपने सीएम साहब का, उमर अब्दुल्ला साहब का नहायत ममनून हूँ कि उन्होंने हमें हर वक्त सपोर्ट की, हमारी मदद की। डिपार्टमेंट बिल्कुल बैठ गया था सर, इसमें कोई पैसा नहीं आ रहा था, तो हमें यूटी सेक्टर से जो पैसा मिला, हमने हर डिस्ट्रिक्ट में उसमें कुछ ना कुछ हिस्सा डालने की कोशिश की। मैं इनसे ये गुजारिश करूँगा कि जो पैसा आपकी डिस्ट्रिक्ट में है, 6 करोड़ 75 लाख रुपया जो है लगभग इनकी डिस्ट्रिक्ट में हमने दिया हुआ है, और उसको ये इस्तेमाल करें। मैंने डिपार्टमेंट को ये क्लियर डायरेक्शन दे दी गई, जिस डिवीज़न से, सब डिवीज़न से पैसा जो है आप सरेंडर करेंगे, लैप्स करेंगे, वो डिवीज़न, वो चीफ इंजीनियर रिस्पॉन्सिबल होगा। तो मैं ये गुजारिश करूँगा तमाम ऑनरेबल एमएलए हजरात, इधर भी जो बैठे हैं उधर भी बैठे हैं, कि आपने अपनी कंस्टिट्यूंसी में थोड़ा ये आप मॉनिटरिंग कर लें। अभी हमारे पास टाइम है, जो पैसा हमने दिया हुआ है कम से कम वो सरेंडर नहीं होना चाहिए। तो मैं ऑनरेबल जो हमारे सीनियर साथी हैं, इनको मैं ये विश्वास दिलाता हूं कि इंशाल्लाह इनकी हर बात पे अमल होता है, और मैं जो इन्होंने कहा उसके जवाब में मैंने ये इनको कह दिया है कि जो पैसा दिया हुआ है उस पर भी थोड़ी नजर रखें। दूसरा, ऑनरेबल एमएलए बेग साहब ने फरमाया कि जो प्राइम मिनिस्टर साहब ने कहा है, अब वो मेरे पास अथॉरिटी तो है नहीं है कि मैं प्राइम मिनिस्टर साहब का यहाँ खड़े होके उनके बिहाफ जो है वो यहाँ कुछ स्टेटमेंट दे पाऊँ। और दूसरा ये है कि ऐसे भी हमें दिल्ली वालों के कॉल ऑफ फेल का उनका तजाद ही रहता है, उन पे एतबार तो है नहीं। तो मेरी गुजारिश है, मेरी सुनिए गुजारिश, तो वो अथॉरिटी तो मेरे पास है नहीं कि प्राइम मिनिस्टर साहब का जो कहना था हर घर जल, तो ये तो 2024 में ही कंप्लीट हो जाना चाहिए था, क्योंकि नेशनल लेवल की ये स्कीम थी। और ये जो हर घर जल जो मिशन है, ये गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया का, ये प्रधानमंत्री साहब का है। आप उन्होंने इस अपने मिशन को, आपने इस जो उनकी जो अनाउंसमेंट है हर घर जल, वो कहाँ तक इसमें देने में कामयाब होते हैं सर, वो तो वक्त बताएगा। लेकिन मैं इनसे ये गुजारिश करूंगा ऑनरेबल एमएलए बेग साहब से कि जो इनके एरिया की जो प्रॉब्लम है, पहले भी हमने कुछ एड्रेस करने की कोशिश की है, और इंशाल्लाह आने वाले टाइम में भी जो इनके इश्यूज है वो एग्जामिन किए जाएंगे और उस पर इंशाल्लाह काम किया जाएगा। जो हमारे जमशेद साहब जो ऑनरेबल एमएलए हैं, जो इनका की ऑब्जर्वेशंस हैं, जो इनके खदशात हैं, वो एग्जामिन किए जाएंगे सर। अगर वहाँ कोई सेविंग है तो जो इंपॉर्टेंट इनके प्रोजेक्ट हैं उस पर हम इंक्लूड करेंगे, और इनकी जो एरिया की सेविंग होगी उन कोशिश करेंगे हम वहीं लगे।
उस मैडम के सवाल में कुछ बता ना, एक मिनट बैठे ना आप, एक मिनट ना, पहले उसका सवाल आया, कुछ कह सकते हैं वो जो किश्तवाड़ से है हमारी एमएलए, वो सवाल उसने पूछा, उसका सवाल है आपके पास इंफॉर्मेशन किश्तवाड़ के बारे में?
बताता हूँ, मैं जवाब करता हूँ, इशू रखे। ये एक सर मैं यार उधर बात करो ना, बाकी मैं तो जवाब देना है, मैंने तो जवाब देना है।
आपका सवाल जो है वो इस सवाल जो है ना, जो असली सवाल है, इससे वो फ्लो नहीं होता। सवाल है सप्लीमेंट्री होना चाहिए, फ्लो मेन क्वेश्चन से। कुपवारा के सवाल में किश्तवाड़ अकोमोडेट नहीं हो सकता। आपको मैं टाइम दे दूंगा, इनकी ग्रांट्स आएंगी, तब आराम से आप बोलें और इनसे जवाब हम ले लेंगे। बस 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 मोहम्मद यूसुफ तारिक आमी साहब सवाल पूछे।
सर 1341
मिनिस्टर इंचार्ज RDD।
देखिए एक मिनट जवाब देना यार, एक मिनट जवाब देना ना यार।
मैंने जवाब क्या देना?
मैंने जवाब देना, बैठिए।
जम्मू कश्मीर को इन्होंने टोपी बना दी।
एक मिनट बैठिए सर, आप बैठिए। मैं गुजारिश करूँ
आप क्या जवाब देना?
सर
मैंने दूसरा सवाल उठाया, अब जवाब देने की जरूरत नहीं। उठिए जावेद साहब।
Sir, AQ number 1341, Part A, sir. Yes, the survey has been conducted to identify landless, houseless families out of the permanent waiting list prepared under PMAYG Phase First, which has totally been saturated as on date in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. The district-wise details of the landless, houseless families identified for allotment of 5 murras of land have been attached here with as Annexure A, and beneficiary-wise list of District Kulgam who have been allotted land is attached here with Annexure B. Urban housing, urban development. बड़ा जबरदस्त जनाब जवाब है इसमें। सर
सवालात है, मैं इनका ही एहतराम में ये कहता हूँ, पड़ा हुआ तस्वुर किया जाए,
पड़ा हुआ
बच जाए। कुछ नहीं।
जनाब, सबसे पहले मैं ये कहूँगा कि इस सवाल को बगौर जायज़ा लेकर मेरी गुजारिश है कि इसको रेवेन्यू डिपार्टमेंट को डील करना चाहिए था एसेंशियली, लेकिन और जवाब में भी ऐसा ही है कि रेवेन्यू डिपार्टमेंट ने इतनी दरखास्तों को रिजेक्ट किया, बड़ी फहरिस्त है, तो लाजमी तौर पर रेवेन्यू लैंड का सवाल है।
कोई बात नहीं, आप कोई भी मिनिस्टर जवाब दे सकता है, उसमें दिक्कत
नहीं, वो
दिक्कत नहीं है।
मैं नहीं कहूँगा कौन, मैं सिर्फ ये कहता हूँ रेवेन्यू इज इन्वॉल्व। मैंने ये नहीं कहा कौन जवाब दे,
कोई भी दे सकता।
तो मेरा जो सवाल है वो 5 मरले ज़मीन देने का है लैंडलेस लोगों को, और उनके साथ उनके लिए छत का की जिम्मेदारी को भी संभाला जाए। मैं ये गुजारिश करना चाहता हूँ, लास्ट ईयर ही इलेक्शन से पहले, लास्ट ईयर मीन्स इलेक्शन से पहले जम्मू में, गाँवों में, शहरों में और इसके अलावा वही हाल कश्मीर का, बड़ा ड्राइव शुरू हुआ था डिमोलिशन का। और डिमोलिशन किन का? ये कहकर कि सरकारी ज़मीन पर कुन लोगों के मकान हैं, किन लोगों के मकान हैं, उसमें सबसे ज़्यादा तादाद किन की है? जो लैंडलेस है, लैंड पुअर है, शहरों में और गाँवों में। और आज भी जो सर्वे हुआ है, रेवेन्यू डिपार्टमेंट ने सर्वे किया है, उसके मुताबिक बड़ी लिस्ट है, बड़ी तादाद है उन लोगों की जिनके पास ज़मीन नहीं है, लेकिन
वो उनके पास सरकारी ज़मीन पड़ी है कुछ, उसको अलाट करने का सवाल है। प्लीज मैंने आपकी खातिर ही इनको कहा कि मैं पढ़ा हुआ तस्वर कर लूँ। ये सवाल मैं ये चाहता हूँ, गाँवों में शहरों में काश्तकारी की लैंड और कॉमन लैंड, उस पर जो जिनको हम नानगार कहते हैं कश्मीरी में, लैंड पुअर, हाउसलेस, मुख्तलिफ दलित के साथ उनका ताल्लुक है, या मुख्तलिफ जो नानवाई है, कुमार है, और जो कास्ट्स हैं उनका ताल्लुक है, सोशली डिप्राइव्ड कास्ट्स का ताल्लुक है। मुझे ये बताइए, उनको ये एश्योरेंस हमें मिले कि उनको इविक्ट नहीं किया जाए उस ज़मीन से जिस पर वो पहले ही काबिज है। मैं बड़े लोगों की बात नहीं करता हूँ, मैं सिर्फ लैंड पुअर, लैंडलेस, जिनके पास और कोई ज़मीन नहीं है। सर, इनको हम कश्मीरी में जो कहते हैं मोची या जो भी, उनके पास है क्या? और अगर उनके पास कुछ ज़मीन है उसको भी इविक्ट किया जाए इस नाम पर, आपके पास ये है वो है। मेरी गुजारिश है सरकार की तरफ से एश्योरेंस मिले कि वो उनको इविक्ट ना करे, या जो भी इविक्ट करने की कोशिश कर ले उनको उस बारे में रोक करने की कोशिश हो।
ये आपका सवाल आ गया।
आगे
हाँ स्पीकर सर, ये इन्होंने पॉलिसी के हवाले से बात करी है। जहाँ तक रूरल डेवलपमेंट PMAY का सवाल है, आपने कहा था कि जो आपको हमने बतौर जवाब में दे दिया कि लैंडलेस लोगों को हम किस तरह लैंड देते हैं, और इसमें सर ये है कि रूरल डेवलपमेंट डिपार्टमेंट जो है उनका काम ये होता है आइडेंटिफाई करना। वो जब सर्वे करते हैं और उसके बाद आइडेंटिफाई करते हैं लैंडलेस को, वो लिस्ट डिस्ट्रिक्ट डेवलपमेंट कमिश्नर के पास चली जाती है टू आइडेंटिफाई किन किन के पास लैंड अवेलेबल नहीं है। अब ये होता है कि बहुत सारे लोगों के पास लैंड उनके वालिदैन का होता है या उनके जो फोर फादर्स का होता है, उसकी इनहेरेंट लैंड जो है उनके पास डॉक्यूमेंटेशन नहीं होती, उसमें दिक्कत होती है। जो केसेस हम यहाँ से रिकमेंड करते हैं, बेशतर केसेस उसमें रिजेक्ट हो जाते हैं, और उन लोगों के केसेस स्टैंड रहते हैं जिनके पास ज़मीन अवेलेबल नहीं होती, उनको प्लॉट दिया जाता है 5 मरले का। जहाँ तक रूरल डेवलपमेंट का यही हम सवाल है। अभी PMAY 2 स्टार्ट नहीं हुआ, उसकी बाज़ाब्ता स्कीम बनी है और सर्वे भी हुआ, उसका तकरीबन 5 लाख करीब जो लोगों का है उनका सर्वे हुआ है। अभी हम वी आर अवेटिंग, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया की तरफ से कोई सैंक्शन आई नहीं है। जो ही आ जाएगी तो कोशिश हम, उसके बाद जो है रेवेन्यू अथॉरिटीज़ को कहा जाएगा कि आप अपने हिसाब से देखिए, जिन जिन के पास लैंड अवेलेबल नहीं होगा उनके लिए लैंड अवेलेबल करवा जाए, जो रेवेन्यू की पॉलिसी हमारे पास है, और जिनके पास होगा उनको उसमें लाया जाएगा। ये एक सवाल है,
यही मेन सवाल इनका है। ये कहते हैं कि हाँ
सर, आपके जवाब ज़मीन देने का, मकान देने का वगैरह वो सब कुछ ठीक है, मैं उस पर क्वेश्चन नहीं करता हूँ। मैं फिर ये दोहराऊंगा, अभी आपने जो मेरे पास कुछ इन्फॉर्मेशन दे दी है, ये गिर जाती है
नीचे ही रखो।
तो इसमें एक गांदरबल है जहां सिर्फ 9 केसेस को अप्रूव किया गया है और रेवेन्यू अथॉरिटीज़ ने 252 केसेस को रिजेक्ट किया है। जम्मू में 133 और इसी तरीके से कठुआ में, किश्तवाड़ में और राजौरी में 1162 उनको भी रिजेक्ट किया गया है। माय पॉइंट इज दिस, देखिए यहाँ सर आपको मालूम है, आप बहुत सीनियर लीडर हैं, यहाँ एक लैंड ग्रांट्स एक्ट बना था 1960 में, जिसको हम हिस्टोरिक कहते हैं। नॉट दैट एक्ट इटसेल्फ, दैट वाज द समरी ऑफ, दैट वाज द सम अप ऑफ व्हाटएवर हैज बीन डन अर्लियर थ्रू लैंड रिफॉर्म्स। उसको एबॉलिश किया गया। रीऑर्गेनाइजेशन एक्ट जब यूनियन टेरिटरी बनी, जिसका नतीजा यही है कि अब उस एक्ट के मुताबिक सिर्फ यहाँ के रहने वाले, जम्मू के रहने वाले, कश्मीर के रहने वाले ही ज़मीन पर काबिज रह सकते हैं या उनके कब्जे में रह सकता है। और जैसा कि अभी गवर्नमेंट का भी आदाद शुमार है, यहाँ एवरेज लैंड है एज फार एज जम्मू कश्मीर इज कंसर्न, यहाँ हमारे पास बहुत ज़्यादा ज़मीन नहीं है। एवरेज लैंड है वो है 3 कनाल, सरकार कहती है 4 कनाल। 4 कनाल भी मान ले बहुत कम है, वो जम्मू में भी, कश्तवाड़ में भी, हर जगह पर, और कश्मीर में भी ऐसा ही है। रीऑर्गेनाइजेशन एक्ट के तहत ऐसा हुआ कि आप कोई भी आ सकता है वगैरह, और जब डिस्ट्रेस इकोनॉमी हो, डिस्ट्रेस में लोग हों, तो लाजमी तौर पर वो फरोख्त भी कर लेंगे। मेरा कहने का ये मतलब है, अभी कल उमर साहब ने कहा और सही कहा, जो वो एक टेक्निकल चीज़ है, 370 अभी मौजूद है सर, मौजूद हो गिनती में, लेकिन सबस्टेंस में दैट हैज़ बीन एब्रोगेटेड, दैट हैज़ बीन एन असॉल्ट, दैट हैज़ बीन एब्रोगेटेड, दैट्स व्हाट माय बिलीफ इज। इस वजह से मैं सिर्फ यही मिसाल देता हूँ, जहाँ तक लैंड क्वेश्चन का ताल्लुक है, विच रिमेन्स विच मैं पूछ रहा हूँ,
सवाल पूछे
मैं वही कहता हूँ, जहाँ तक लैंड का ताल्लुक है, उसके जो राइट्स हैं यहाँ के लोगों को मिलने चाहिए थे, वो थे पहले, उनको अबालिश किया गया। मैं लैंडलेस, मैं इस वक्त यही सवाल पूछना चाहता हूँ, क्या सरकार इस बात को यकीनी बनाएगी जिस लैंड पर कास्टराई लैंड वगैरह लैंडलेस लोग बैठे हैं, उनको इविक्ट ना किया जाए, ये मेरी गुजारिश होगी।
स्पीकर सर, तारिक आमी साहब मजमूई तौर मुतमईन हैं, जो उन्होंने कहा था उसका हमने जवाब दे दिया था। इनका ये जो खदशा है वो ये है कि ये इज्तिमाई तौर उन लोगों के लिए ज़मीन ढूंढ रहे हैं जिनके पास ज़मीन नहीं है। इनका सवाल है, जहाँ तक इस सवाल का ताल्लुक है, मैं सवाल के हवाले से ही जवाब दे दूंगा सर। PMAY में जो बेनिफिशरीज होते हैं सर, जिनके पास कोई लैंड नहीं, वो आइडेंटिफाई करते हैं रेवेन्यू डिपार्टमेंट वाले, वो रूरल डेवलपमेंट डिपार्टमेंट आइडेंटिफाई नहीं कर सकते। हम जब सर्वे करते हैं, हम लिस्ट अपनी कंपाइल करके पूरी डिस्ट्रिक्ट की लिस्ट वो डिस्ट्रिक्ट कमिश्नर के पास जाती है, वो आइडेंटिफाई करने के लिए कि वो हमें बताएं कि किसके पास लैंड है, किसके पास नहीं है। और जब चूंकि फिजिकली हम जब वेरिफिकेशन करते हैं, हम जब पाते हैं कि कोई आदमी गरीब है, हम उसका कच्चा मकान है, तो हम उसको लिस्ट में डाल देते हैं। जब वो लिस्ट वेरिफिकेशन के लिए डीसी साहब के पास जाती है कि हमने इनको लैंड अलॉट करनी है, डीसी साहब अपने रेवेन्यू अथॉरिटीज को कहते हैं कि इनकी आप वेरिफिकेशन कर ले। जब उनकी फिजिकल वेरिफिकेशन होती, जिनके पास कोई लैंड नहीं है उनको हम लैंड अवेलेबल करते हैं उसी रेवेन्यू में जहां पर वो होते हैं। और जहां किसी की इनहेरेंट प्रॉपर्टी होती है, बेशक वो अलग रहते होंगे बाप से अलग, मगर वालिद साहब की प्रॉपर्टी है 2 कनाल 3 कनाल, उनको इस खचरे में नहीं आते। हम इसीलिए जो हम लिस्ट यहां से भेजते, जिनका इसने जिक्र किया कि हमने कहीं 200 के करीब हमने लिस्ट भेजी, जब उसकी वेरिफिकेशन हो गई उसमें जो है 250 है रिजेक्ट हो गए, क्योंकि उनकी इनहेरेंट प्रॉपर्टी होती है वालिद साहब के नाम पर, कहीं 1 कनाल कहीं 1.5 कनाल। और रेवेन्यू पॉलिसी जो है, जिसके पास भी किसी 1 कनाल भी जमीन हो वो लैंड लेस करार नहीं दे सकते हैं उसको, तो वो इश्यू बनता हमारे लिए है। बाकी जो स्कीम है वो सबके लिए है सर, जो स्कीम आती है, सैंक्शन आती है, हम लोग उसको क्लियर करते हैं।
चलिए तशरीफ रखिए। तारिक हमीद करा साहब, पूछे
सर। AQ नंबर 1150।
मिनिस्टर इन चार्ज हाउसिंग एंड अर्बन डेवलपमेंट।
Sir, AQ number 1150, housing projects taken up by SDA during last 3 years. Number 1, Shehjar Heights. SDA is constructing Shehjar apartments along with National Highway Bemina bypass on estimated cost of rupees 84.78 crores, wherein 112 flats are being offered to the general public. The applications have been invited on www.jkhm.in and the last date is 20th February 2026. The project is expected to be completed within 24 months, that is 2007 up to 2008.
इसको हम पढ़ा हुआ तस्वुर करेंगे। लंबा है, वो सवाल पूछेंगे, पूछे सवाल क्या पूछना।
सवाल जनाब 2 हैं हमारे।
एक ही पूछो पहले।
नहीं, इसमें 2 सवाल है, एक सवाल में 2 सवाल है।
पूछो।
पार्ट सवाल का है, यहाँ स्लैंग में बात होती है। अगर वो लैंग्वेज स्पेसिफिक बात करोगे तो कुछ लोग बोलते हैं सर के ऊपर से गया। जनाब, एक पार्ट सवाल का ये है कि कितने हाउसिंग प्रोजेक्ट्स कंसीव किए गए हैं लास्ट 3 इयर्स में, अंडर एग्जीक्यूशन कितने हैं, कंप्लीट कितने हैं, टाइम फ्रेम क्या है। मंशा वही है सवाल का। दूसरा सवाल है स्पेसिफिक टू EWS, वीकर सेक्शंस के लिए कितने प्रोजेक्ट्स हैं। इन्होंने SD और JDA में 10 प्रोजेक्ट्स का जिक्र किया है। जनाब, सॉरी टू से दिस कि कैजुअली जवाब दिए गए हैं, इन कैजुअल मैनर। सिवाय शहजार प्रोजेक्ट के कहीं भी एक जगह ये मेंशन नहीं है कि कब तक, चाहे DPR की बात हो, चाहे कंसेप्शन की बात हो, चाहे एग्जीक्यूशन की बात हो, एक भी जगह नहीं। जनरलाइज करके यहाँ ये प्रोजेक्ट है बस, वहाँ वो प्रोजेक्ट है बस। दूसरी बात जो है वो है ऑब्जेक्टिव्स के लेके पूरा कॉन्सेप्ट जो है हाउसिंग कॉलोनीज का, वो है जनाब पॉलिसी बेस्ड होना चाहिए टू मीट द सोशल नीड। एक तो वीकर सेक्शंस की, दूसरे जनरल पब्लिक की सुविधा, उसमें खास तौर वो एक अनप्लेजेंट ट्रेंड है लेकिन है, जो माइग्रेशन होता है, जो अर्बनाइजेशन होती है, उनके लिए हाउसिंग स्कीम्स बनती हैं। हाउ नॉन सीरियसली द इंटायर सोशल नीड इज बीइंग टेकन। मैं जानना चाहूँगा कि जो जिन प्रोजेक्ट्स को मेंशन किया गया है कॉन्सेप्ट लेवल पे कितने हैं, हैव दे मेड एन एक्सरसाइज, DPR लेवल पे कितने हैं, प्रोसेस के लेवल पे कितने, टेंडरिंग कितनी की, और जो बने हैं उनका पोजीशन किसी को दिया गया है।
आप कुछ बोलना चाहते हैं?
सर, एक तो अगर सवाल सही तरीके से पढ़ा जाए, जो भी ऑनरेबल मेंबर ने इसमें पूछा था वो हमने जवाब दिया है, लेकिन जो ये कहते हैं कि प्रोजेक्ट्स कंप्लीट कब होंगे, वो भी ऑलरेडी दिया हुआ है। 24 मंथ्स के अंदर जो है 2027 अप टू 2028। दूसरा, आपने कहा था DPR कब बनेंगे, कब सबमिट होंगे, वो अगर आपने पढ़ा होगा सेकंड में प्रपोज्ड सैटेलाइट टाउनशिप श्रीनगर डेवलपमेंट अथॉरिटी के अंडर जो DPRs ऑलरेडी सबमिट हुए हैं और उन पे राखी गुंड अक्षा जो है वहाँ पे भी काम जल्दी से है, शुरू हो जाएगा। सर, सारा जवाब आया हुआ है, और जो बोर्ड मीटिंग्स हुई हैं, उन बोर्ड मीटिंग्स के जो डिसीजन हुए हैं वो भी ऑलरेडी उसका जिक्र किया गया है। इसी तरह आपने EWS, पहले जिनका सवाल ऑनरेबल मेंबर का है वो तो है नहीं, लेकिन अब ऑनरेबल मेंबर निज़ाम साहब कोई ना कोई इसमें जो ऑलरेडी जवाब है उसी में कोई ना कोई सप्लीमेंट्री ढूंढ रहे हैं। हमने जो है 3 साल का पूरे डिटेल्स आपको दे दिए हैं, वो जवाब से आपको मुतमईन होना चाहिए, लेकिन अगर आपकी कुछ और सजेशंस हैं उनको भी इंक्लूड किया जाएगा। उन पे एक सेकंड और जो भी आपने यहाँ पे सजेशंस दिए हैं उस पे भी गौर किया जाएगा, जो भी पॉसिबिलिटी होगा। और जहाँ तक प्रोजेक्ट्स का काम है, प्रोजेक्ट्स जो हैं वो इतने साल में टाइम पीरियड जो है वो ऑलरेडी मेंशन किया गया है, इसमें इतने टाइम पीरियड में वो कंप्लीट हो जाएगा।
अच्छा, पूछिए निजामुद्दीन साहब।
डिफेंडिंग द मिनिस्ट्री। देखिए, हम एफिशिएंसी चाहते हैं,
ठीक है,
सजेशन हमारी वही है, लोगों के हित में काम होते हैं। वायर वी प्रपोज आर पॉइंट आउट सर्टेन थिंग्स, लेकिन आज नहीं, चलो सजेशन के ही पहलू में ले लो। यू हैव टू बी परफेक्ट, यू हैव टू बी एफिशिएंट। गुड गवर्नेंस का मतलब क्या है?
चलिए, आप तकरीर मत करो ना, आप तकरीर की बात।
लेकिन जो उन्होंने कहा, मैंने यहीं से बोला कि शहजार और इसके बगैर कहीं टाइम फ्रेम नहीं दिया गया। मेरी सजेशन रहेगी, जो प्रोजेक्ट्स अंडर हैंड लिए, एक तो वक्त पे उनको पूरा करो, दूसरी अर्जदाश्त ये रहेगी जहां कंस्ट्रक्शंस हुई हैं, सर्टेन हाउसिंग कॉलोनीज ऑलमोस्ट कंप्लीट, seem to be abandoned because possession नहीं दिया गया। वटपोरा बांडीपोरा में मेरे गांव में है हाउसिंग कॉलोनी, वहां माइनिंग की लूट हो रही है दीवार के अंदर। They can go have an inspection and see how the property is destroyed.
चलिए आप मुबारक साहब।
सर ये जो सवाल है, जैसे आपको मालूम है कि श्रीनगर शहर में हाउसिंग की प्रॉब्लम है, लोगों की बड़ी मुश्किलात है, और हमारे जो लोग हैं वहाँ श्रीनगर शहर के एक एक मकान में 4-4, 5-5 फैमिलियाँ रहती हैं। और मुझे पता है कि ऑनरेबल सीएम साहब बड़े सीरियस है इस इशू को सॉर्ट करने में। लेकिन एक दो इशू है जिस हमारे इतनी ज़मीनें नहीं है कि हम कॉलोनियाँ बनाएंगे ज़्यादा। इसमें मैं ये चाहता हूँ कि ये ऑनरेबल चीफ मिनिस्टर के डिपार्टमेंट है कि जो मल्टी स्टोरी हाई टावर बिल्डिंग्स, अगर वो 10,000 किसी जगह ये बनाएंगे और उसमें हम दे सकते हैं लोगों को, छोटे छोटे फैमिलियाँ, 2 सेट के 2 कमरे, 1 किचन वगैरह, ऐसे वो करना पड़ेगा, वो तो करना पड़ेगा। दूसरी बात, एक इशू मैं आपके नॉलेज में लाना चाहता हूँ। शेर कश्मीर ने ये कॉलोनियाँ बनाई, भीमना वगैरह, बागी महताम, चनी हिम्मत, चनी रामा, तुरकोटा नगर, लेकिन इनका लीज खत्म हो गया है। कि मैंने देखा कि जो मकान, जो प्लॉट अलॉट किया गया है 4 मरले का या आधे कनाल का, मैं उनकी बात कर रहा हूँ, या 1 कनाल के लिए, वो जाते बैंक के पास, मेरी बात सुने, वो जाते, यू आर फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर ऑल्सो, आपने देखा, वो जाते हैं बैंक के पास लोन के लिए, उनको नहीं देते हैं, कहते हैं आपका लीज खत्म हो गया है। ये एक कमेटी बनानी पड़ेगी जहाँ भी कॉलोनी, गवर्नमेंट की कॉलोनियाँ हैं, जो लीज खत्म हुआ 40 साल का, उनको आगे और रिलीज करा। लेकिन आई एम टेलिंग ओनली अबाउट द हाउसिंग पीपल।
चलिए आपकी सजेशन आ गई। सैफुद्दीन भट्ट साहब।
शुक्रिया स्पीकर साहब। AQ नंबर 263,
मिनिस्टर इन चार्ज टूरिज्म।
AQ number 263A. Yes, sir. It is a fact that the internationally known tourist destinations Dot Pathri, Tosa Maidan and Yusmarg have remained closed for tourist activities for the last 9 months owing to security-related considerations. Part B. Yes, sir. The prolonged closure of these tourist destinations has adversely affected the local economy, thereby impacting the livelihood of ATV operators, vehicle owners, ponywalas, stall owners, guides, and other stakeholders dependent on tourism activity in these areas. C. Yes, sir. The continued closure caused distress among local youth, including those who had availed loans from various financial institutions for running tourism-related businesses in the said destination. Part D. The matter regarding reopening of Dotpatri, Tosa Maidan and Yusmarg involves security considerations which is beyond the mandate of the Tourism Department at present. A DO letter from Honorable MLA Khan Saab in this regard has been forwarded to Deputy Commissioner Budgam via letter number TSM-TDA 51 of 2021 dated 29/10/2025 for appropriate action. E. Due to the unfortunate incident at Pahalgam and the consequent restrictions imposed by the district administration, the snow skating games at Dotpathri could not be organized. F. The gondola ropeway project at Tosa Maidan has been proposed by PWD R&B department through National Highway Logistics Management Limited under the Parvatmala scheme as conveyed via Government Order number 373 PW R&B of 2023 dated 6/9/2023.
थैंक यू सर। मैं इससे मुतमईन नहीं सर, मैं सिर्फ एक रिक्वेस्ट है ऑनरेबल सीएम साहब से, मैं इसके जवाब से मुतमईन। इनके हाथ में ये सिक्योरिटी रीजंस की वजह से ये गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया के पास मैटर है, मगर मसला ये है कि मेरी कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी आपकी भी और ब्यूरवा की भी, ये 3 कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसीज का एक बर्निंग इशू बन गया है। ये 3 डेस्टिनेशंस हमें वहाँ पे इस वक्त लोग स्ट्रेस में हैं। अगर कोई हमारी गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से ATV वालों को बैंक लोन ने, उनने 8-8 लाख, 7-7 लाख, 10-10 लाख लोन लिया है, घोड़े वालों ने, होटल वालों ने, तो उस लोन के पीछे गवर्नमेंट पड़ी है। कोई रिलैक्सेशन उनके लिए हो जाए, कोई गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से अगर बैंक को डायरेक्शन, या उन्होंने ये लिखा है DC साहब को, हमने कहा है कि आप ये कर दीजिए रिव्यू, इसमें जवाब से इनके मुतमईन की इनके हाथ में, मगर DC साहब टस से मस नहीं हो रहे हैं, वो केस को रिओपन ही नहीं कर रहे हैं। उसको मैंने 3 चिट्ठियां लिखी, पर्सनली गया वहां पे, वो कह रहे हैं SSP साहब, एसएसपी साहब कह रहे हैं कि नहीं जी ये वो करेंगे, इसमें स्टार्टअप क्या करेंगे। तो एक ही गुजारिश है कि अगर गवर्नमेंट से कुछ हो सकता है उनके लिए रिलीफ का कुछ, तो सीएम साहब से मेरी यही रिक्वेस्ट है कि वो पॉसिबल है कुछ उनको लोन में कुछ रिबेट या कुछ।
ऑनरेबल स्पीकर साहब, ऑनरेबल एमएलए साहब का कहना बिल्कुल सही है और हमने जवाब में इस चीज़ को तस्लीम किया है कि वहाँ इस क्लोजर के वजह से लोगों को एक इकोनॉमिक फाइनेंशियल डिस्ट्रेस जो है वो पहुंच चुकी है। ये सही है कि क्लोजर का ऑर्डर जो है वो डिस्ट्रिक्ट से आता है, लेकिन ऑनरेबल एमएलए साहब भी जानते हैं, मैं भी जानता हूं कि डिसीजन जो है वो डीसी नहीं कर सकता, न एसएसपी कर सकता है। ये उनके लेवल से बहुत ऊंचा है जहां पे ये फैसले होंगे। मैंने कल ऑनरेबल एलजी साहब के खुतबे के जवाब के दौरान यहाँ कहा था कि होम मिनिस्टर साहब के मुलाकात के दौरान मैं इस चीज़ का जिक्र ज़रूर करूँगा कि जहाँ जहाँ टूरिज़्म के हमारे डेस्टिनेशंस बंद हैं उन्हें दोबारा खोल दिया जाना चाहिए ताकि सही मायने में टूरिज़्म वहाँ रिवाइव हो। लेकिन उसके साथ साथ जो ऑनरेबल एमएलए साहब ने कंसर्न जताया और उन्होंने कहा कि हमें एक पैकेज के लिए जो है सोचना चाहिए ताकि थोड़ा सा हम उनको रिलीफ दें जिनको इकोनॉमिकली इस चीज़ का जो है नुकसान भुगतना पड़ा है, उस पर हम ज़रूर सोचेंगे।
अरे अच्छी बात है। नज़ीर अहमद खान साहब, नज़ीर अहमद खान साहब सवाल नहीं पूछ रहे।
इससे पहले एक क्वेश्चन है
कौन वाला नहीं, ये हमने पहला क्वेश्चन जो है वो पोस्ट डेफर किया है, वो डेफर किया है।
सर क्वेश्चन नंबर 771,
मिनिस्टर इन चार्ज GAD।
Part A, posts in Gurez area are filled adequately as per the sanction strength and staff are posted in accordance with the prescribed rules and procedures. The government monitors staffing positions across all regions to ensure smooth functioning of offices and delivery of public services. Part B, while certain departments experience vacancies from time to time due to routine administrative reasons, there is no acute shortage of staff affecting overall functioning. The government is taking necessary steps to address vacancies and ensure smooth delivery of public services. Part C, in the current legal framework, recruitment to government posts in Jammu and Kashmir, including Caste 4 posts, is governed under the Jammu and Kashmir Civil Services Decentralization and Recruitment Rules 2010 and the rules framed thereunder. The Decentralization and Recruitment Act, as amended by the central government pursuant to the Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act 2019, vide SO 1229E of 2020 dated 31st March 2020, provides for employment on the basis of domicile defined under law legally resting on domicile criteria under the same framework. Part E, recruitment to government posts is governed by the Jammu and Kashmir Civil Services Decentralization and Recruitment Act 2010 as amended by the central government pursuant to the Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act 2019, vide SO 1229E of 2020 dated 31st March 2020 and the rules framed thereunder. Under the said framework, eligibility for appointment is based on domicile of the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir and no specific area reservation is provided under the Act or the rules.
सर जैसा कि ऑनरेबल सीएम साहब को भी मालूम है, गुरेज एक ऐसा इलाका है सर, हाँ क्लास 4 अगर भांडीपोरा से भेजते हैं, क्लास 4 सुंबल से भेजते हैं, सोनावारी से भेजते हैं, पहले दिन वो ज्वाइन करता है, जो ही उसका ऑर्डर निकलता है उसके बाद वो पुलिस एंड प्रेशर्स लाता है कि मुझे वापस लाओ, और ऑनरेबल एमएलए वहाँ का सिफारिश करता है, कोई ब्यूरोक्रेट सिफारिश करता है तो वापस आ जाते हैं, ये पोस्टें खाली रहती है। मैं मानता हूँ इस वक्त यूटी के अंदर ये चीज़ें मुमकिन नहीं हैं, लेकिन मैं एक एश्योरेंस चाहता हूँ ऑनरेबल सीएम साहब की तरफ से कि जब ये स्टेट बनेगी और स्टेट बनने के बाद क्या गवर्नमेंट इसको कंसिडर करेगी, जो प्रीवियसली वहाँ चल रहा था कि क्लास 4 उसी इलाके से भर्ती किया जाता था ताकि वो वहाँ रहे। सर वो भी इंसान है सर, वो भी वहाँ के रहने वाले इंसान हैं कि ना उनको हम टीचर दे सकते हैं, ना डॉक्टर दे सकते हैं, ना इंजीनियर दे सकते हैं, फिर कैसे वो गुजारा करेंगे। इसीलिए सबसे बड़ी मास माइग्रेशन जो गुरेज से होती है इसी वजह से होती है कि उनके पास मौजूद नहीं होता है स्टाफ। मैं मानता हूं सर आपको तो कहने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, आप गुरेज को मुझसे बेहतर जानते हैं, गुरेज का आपको इल्म है कि वहाँ पर क्या मुश्किलात हैं। तो मैं आपसे एक एश्योरेंस चाहता हूँ सर, जब स्टेट बनेगी क्या आप उस प्रीवियस जो शेख साहब के ज़माने में जो SRO हुआ था उसको कंसिडर करके उसको दोबारा से लाएंगे?
ये एक हाइपोथेटिकल क्वेश्चन है, मेरे ख्याल में इस पर जवाब देने की जरूरत नहीं है।
हाइपोथेटिकल आंसर ही दे दूंगा स्पीकर साहब। ऑनरेबल MLA साहब अच्छी तरह से जानते हैं कि जिस सिलसिले की ये बात कर रहे हैं वो हमारी पुरानी पिछली हुकूमत में जो है वो इम्प्लीमेंट किया गया था 2010 के ऑर्डर के तहत, बिल्कुल इसी चीज़ को देखते हुए, चाहे वो गुरेज हो, टंगदार हो, मत्सिल हो, हमारे पाडर, दक्षिण मड़वा, दूर दराज इलाके जहाँ स्टाफ भेजना मुश्किल हो जाता है, लोग जाना पसंद नहीं करते, हम चाहते थे कि क्लास 4 जो है वहीं से लगें और वहीं पे काम करें। लेकिन रीऑर्गेनाइजेशन एक्ट लगने के बाद ये सिलसिला जो है ये बंद हुआ। अब ऑनरेबल MLA साहब ने कहा है जब रियासत होगी तब हम इस पे क्या दोबारा गौर करेंगे। बिल्कुल ना, इंशाल्लाह जल्दी रियासत होगी तो जल्दी इस पे गौर भी किया जाएगा।
एजाज अहमद जान साहब, अच्छा जरा ये मिनिस्टर साहब कुछ कहना। एजाज साहब,
सर ये 1240 ये कहाँ गया? डेफर क्यों हुआ ये क्वेश्चन? सर सवाल का जवाब भी तो आ गया था, डेफर कैसे हो गया?
ये हमने किया डेफर,
आपने किया?
इसमें रिक्वेस्ट आई थी, ये हमने डेफर नहीं किया, आपके लिए नहीं, ये ऑनरेबल मेंबर जो हैं उन्होंने रिक्वेस्ट की थी। रूल है अगर एक ऑनरेबल मेंबर जिसके नाम पर सवाल लगाया गया हो, अगर वैलिड रीजंस पर वो इसको डेफर कराना चाहे, ही इज नॉट हियर, उसका कोई बीमार है, ही इज आउटसाइड द स्टेट, ये कोई सजा नहीं हमने दे दी डिपार्टमेंट को, हमने उनकी रिक्वेस्ट मान ली।
ऑनरेबल स्पीकर सर, AQ नंबर 1292।
हाँ जी, मिनिस्टर इंचार्ज फॉरेस्ट।
For AQ 1292, the district-wise details of stone crushers and hard mix plants in Jammu province granted consent to establish and consent to operate by the JKPCB during 5 years is given as under Jammu, with effect from 1st January 2021 to February 2026. Jammu 9, CTE 9, CTO 67. एंड हॉट मिक्स प्लांट के लिए CTE एंड CTO की डिटेल साथ में 15, सांबा में CTO 20, हॉट मिक्स प्लांट 4 एंड CTO 9, कठुआ में 14, 60, 2 एंड 14, उधमपुर में 4, 27, 1 एंड 14, रांची में 5, 14, 1 एंड 8, राजौरी में 7, 43, 4 एंड 17, पुंछ में 10, 40, 1 एंड 13, किश्तवाड़ में 11, 26, 1 एंड 6, डोडा में 8, 32, 3 एंड 13, रामबन 4, 17, 1 एंड 6, टोटल consent to operate and consent to establish 72, 346, 19 and 115.
सवाल लंबा है, पढ़ा हुआ तस्वीर करेंगे, जवाब बहुत लंबा है, सवाल
देना होता है सर। पहले भी मेरा जो ऑनरेबल मेंबर्स ने ऑब्जेक्शन उठाया, मुझे सरकार को जवाब देने की इजाजत होनी चाहिए थी। कुछ लोगों ने क्वेश्चन उठाया कि हमारी कंस्टिट्यूंसी में नहीं हो रहा है।
इसमें 1 घंटा लगेगा जवाब देने में।
सर तो घंटा
पड़ा हुआ करे सर, मेरा सवाल है,
पूछे सवाल।
ऑनरेबल स्पीकर सर, मैं आपके माध्यम से ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर साहब से मेरा इस सवाल का लाने का मकसद ये है कि इन्वायरमेंट और जो फार फ्लंग एरियाज़ है वहाँ पे डेवलपमेंट भी हो और इन्वायरमेंट का भी ध्यान रखा जाए। सर आप देखिए, कंसेंट टू ऑपरेट और कंसेंट टू ऑपरेशन, अगर आप फिगर्स देखेंगे, आप फिगर्स देख के हैरान हो जाएंगे कि बहुत डिफरेंस है और कई जगह पे कंसेप्ट जो कंसेंट दी नहीं है कि एस्टैब्लिशमेंट की, लेकिन फिर भी वहाँ पे वो लग गया है क्रशर, वहाँ पे हॉट मिक्सिंग प्लांट लग गया है। और सर मेरे सवाल में मैंने इनको पूछा था कि अब जो नए नॉर्म्स हैं पिछले 2-3 सालों से मैं समझता हूँ कि वो इम्प्लीमेंट होने चाहिए, सैटेलाइट से जो है वहाँ देखा जाता है और डिपार्टमेंट लिख रहा है कि पहले हमारे पास वो इक्विपमेंट नहीं थे सैटेलाइट के, लेकिन आप हैरान होंगे सर 2025 में ही एक डिस्ट्रिक्ट पुंछ में 14 क्रशर और हॉट मिक्सिंग प्लांट लग गए। तो मेरी आपसे गुजारिश है सर, हम वहाँ पे जब अपनी कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी में होते हैं, ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर साहब से गुजारिश है कि इस तरीके से डिपार्टमेंट को रोक लगाइए, थोक के हिसाब पे ये बांट रहे हैं, परमिशनें बांट रहे हैं और उसमें जो यंग लोग हैं, जो यूथ है, वो हमें बार बार आके पूछते हैं। और सर आए दिन मेरी कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी में हर दिन सर ये मीडिया में आया होता है। मेरी इनसे गुजारिश है, पहला सप्लीमेंट्री यही है कि इस पर क्या रोक लगाने जा रहे हैं जो ये खुलेआम सर एक साल में 14 एक डिस्ट्रिक्ट में, अगर पूरे स्टेट का फिगर देखेंगे आप हैरान ही हो जाएंगे सर।
ऑनरेबल मेंबर का कंसर्न सही मैं मानता हूं और जितने भी हॉट मिक्स प्लांट्स और क्रशर्स धड़ाधड़ लग रहे हैं पूरे जम्मू कश्मीर में और मौसमी तगीर और तबदल और ये सब चीज़ें जो है इस पर अफेक्ट करती हैं और इसमें मैं चाहूँगा कि क्योंकि इसमें बहुत से डिपार्टमेंट्स हैं, एक डिपार्टमेंट का ये है नहीं है कंट्रोल, इसमें माइनिंग भी है, इसमें दूसरे डिपार्टमेंट्स भी हैं। मेरा अपना डिपार्टमेंट जो इरिगेशन एंड फ्लड कंट्रोल है, पोल्यूशन डिपार्टमेंट है, तो डिफरेंट डिपार्टमेंट्स का जो है इंटरमिंगल्स होके ये इसमें एक तो मैं कहूँगा कि ओवरलैपिंग भी होती है और दूसरा ये है कि एक टू जनरेट द इनकम, तो सरकार का ये भी रहता है कि क्योंकि हमारे पास नौकरियां नहीं है, हमारे पास कोई दूसरा साधन नहीं है, तो हम ये कोशिश सरकार की ये रहती है कि जहां भी ऐसा कोई डिमांड आती है, कोई नौजवान कोई कंपनी हमारे सामने आती है तो उसको एस्टेब्लिश करने की हम कोशिश करते हैं, लेकिन नॉर्म्स को अडॉप्ट किया जाता है, हर सूरत में नॉर्म्स को अडॉप्ट किया जाता है। जहां तक इनका ये क्वेश्चन है कि सीटीई और सीटीओ में काफ़ी डिफरेंस यहाँ दिखाई दे रहा है। हाउस की जानकारी के लिए मैं सर ये बताऊं कि बहुत से यूनिट्स हैं जिनके लिए कंसेंट टू एस्टेब्लिश का ले लेते हैं, लेकिन वो यूनिट जो है वो एस्टेब्लिश नहीं हो पाता है और क्योंकि वो बार बार फिर उसके लिए 5 साल के लिए कंसेंट दी जाती है, तो 5 साल में कई यूनिट्स जो है वो एस्टेब्लिश नहीं हो सकते हैं, तो एक चांस दोबारा दिया जाता है। तो लिहाजा इस पे कंसेंट टू ऑपरेट और कंसेंट टू जो एस्टेब्लिश्ड है इसकी फिगर्स में जो वेरिएशन है वो इस लिहाज से है क्योंकि ऑपरेट जो है वो कम करते हैं, कंसेंट टू एस्टेब्लिश जो है वो हर आदमी लेने की कोशिश करता है और बाद में लोन्स वगैरह या दूसरी जो फैसिलिटीज़ उसमें उसको अवेलेबल करनी होती हैं वो ले नहीं पाता है, तो जिसकी वजह से ये सारा जो सिस्टम है वो फ्लैप हो जाता है। तो इसके लिए मेरे ख्याल में ये इनके सवाल का जवाब तो यही था।
ऑनरेबल स्पीकर सर, मैं 2 चीज़ें ही चाहता हूँ। एक तो मिनिस्टर साहब इसकी एश्योरेंस दे कि जो नॉर्म्स में नहीं आते हैं, मैं ज़्यादा नहीं कहूँगा, मेरी कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी में जो नॉर्म्स में नहीं आते हैं क्या ये उनको क्लोज करेंगे और जो इसके नॉर्म्स बनाने वाले हैं और वो इनको जो जहाँ पे गलत मिलेंगे क्या उनके खिलाफ कार्रवाई करेंगे, क्योंकि सैटेलाइट के लिए 2025 में तो अगर हम ये कहें कि 2025 में भी सैटेलाइट नहीं चल रहा है, मैपिंग नहीं हो सकती, तो फिर मेरी समझ नहीं है। मुझे सिर्फ इनकी एश्योरेंस चाहिए और उसके बाद हम ग्राउंड पे देख लेंगे फिर हम आगे क्या होगा।
एमएलए साहब का कंसर्न बिल्कुल सही है। जो मैपिंग और जो इस डिस्टेंस जो इससे पहले मैपिंग होता था, क्योंकि पहले जो है ये गूगल मैपिंग नहीं था, आप जो सिस्टम जो है साइंटिफिक तरीके से इसकी मैपिंग की जाती है और ये सही फरमा रहे हैं ऑनरेबल एमएलए साहब। जो इससे पहले जो मैपिंग हुई उसमें क्योंकि डिफरेंट डिपार्टमेंट्स की तरफ से आता था, एजुकेशन की तरफ से आता था, रेवेन्यू की तरफ से आता था, इरिगेशन फ्लड कंट्रोल की तरफ से आता था, रिलीजियस प्लेसेस की तरफ से आता था, तो लिहाजा उसमें ओवर फ्लैपिंग होती थी। तो उसमें ये रहता था कि कहीं गलत भी जो है वो हमें उसमें कंसेंट टू ऑपरेट या कंसेंट टू एस्टेब्लिश उसमें हमें प्रॉब्लम होती थी। लेकिन आज जो गूगल मैप किया जा रहा है, अर्थ मैपिंग की जा रही है, तो उसमें ये कोई भी ऐसी चीज़ जो है वो नहीं हो सकती है। और जहाँ भी कहीं अगर कोई शिकायत अगर है ऑनरेबल एमएलए साहब को, उसमें अगर कोई हमारे सामने आती है तो हम उस पर सख्ती से उस पर कार्रवाई करेंगे। और पुंछ से हमें एक रिपोर्ट मिली थी जिसके लिए हमने ऑलरेडी इंक्वायरी इनिशिएट की है और कुछ लोग जो हैं वो सुप्रीम कोर्ट तक गए हैं। लेकिन मैं ये ऑनरेबल एमएलए साहब को ये यकीन दिलाता हूं कि जो भी इसमें इन्वॉल्व होगा उसके खिलाफ ज़रूर कार्रवाई की जाएगी। मैं इसमें एक गुजारिश ये करूं सर कि इस पे क्योंकि इसमें 2 डिपार्टमेंट जो हैं काम कर रहे हैं और इसमें माइनिंग डिपार्टमेंट और हमारा जो पोल्यूशन कंट्रोल बोर्ड और इरिगेशन एंड फ्लड कंट्रोल डिपार्टमेंट, इसमें मैं कहूँगा कि एक प्रोसीजरल जो इसमें फ्लाज हैं उनको सेटल करने की सर ज़रूरत है। तो इसमें बैठ के इंशाल्लाह ताला हम ये जो इंटर डिपार्टमेंट्स जो फ्लाज हैं इसको बेहतर करने की कोशिश करेंगे। बहुत शुक्रिया, बहुत
शक्तिराज परिहार सवाल
AQ नंबर 506।
AQ number 506, present power supply position in the district is such that the curtailment ranges from a minimum of about 3 hours to a maximum of about 5 hours per day as per load curtailment.
क्या
और किया जाए सर? सर मैं सप्लीमेंट्री पूछना चाहूँगा, RDSS स्कीम जो डोडा डिस्ट्रिक्ट की है, डिवीजन जो है, वो 86 करोड़ रुपया उसके लिए सैंक्शन हुआ, जो 2023 में जो काम शुरू हुआ। लास्ट ईयर भी इसी हाउस में मैंने यही बात रखी थी, यही क्वेश्चन था कि उसका बड़ा स्लो प्रोग्रेस है। 12% उस वक्त प्रोग्रेस था और ऑनरेबल CM साहब ने कहा था कि हम इसको तेज करके इस फाइनेंशियल ईयर में इसको पूरा करेंगे। लेकिन टिल डेट अभी तक जो रिप्लाई आया है 31% टोटल इसकी प्रोग्रेस अभी तक है। तो मैं ये जानना चाहूँगा कि ये इस फाइनेंशियल ईयर में क्लोज हो जाना है। सर एक बहुत बड़ा नेक्सिस है कि अगर फाइनेंशियली आप देखें तो पैसा बहुत ज़्यादा निकल गया होगा, सप्लाई वाला पैसा, पोल तार के पैसे निकल गए, ट्रांसफार्मर्स के, लेकिन ऑन ग्राउंड जो एग्जीक्यूशन होनी है, जो काम होना है वो नहीं हो रहा। और दूसरा जो स्टाफ की कमी, सर एक मिनट लो, जो वहाँ पे कमी जो दूसरा जो था इसमें जो स्टाफ की वहाँ पे टेक्निकल स्टाफ की जो कमी वहाँ पर है, यानी 247 की जगह 171 यानी 76 टेक्नीशियन। इतने फार फ्लंग एरिया में अगर आपको काम करना है तो वहाँ अगर टेक्नीशियन नहीं होंगे तो कैसे काम होगा?
द क्वेश्चन ओवर इज ओवर। जनाब चीफ मिनिस्टर साहब बजट पेश करेंगे। नहीं इस वक्त नहीं, इस वक्त नहीं।
Honorable Speaker, sir, सफर तवील है, भोज भी भारी है, पर हर सूरत ये सफर जारी है, जारी है। With deep humility and unwavering resolve, I rise today to present my second budget as Finance Minister. It is a privilege to be entrusted with the responsibility of shaping the financial future of our land. This budget is not merely a ledger of figures, it is a fiscal compass, charting our path towards a brighter horizon. It lays strong foundations for an enduring economic growth, social harmony, and sustainable prosperity. As we embark on this shared journey, I invite every honourable member of this august House to come together and work collectively to build a strong and flourishing Jammu and Kashmir. The soul of Jammu and Kashmir has been forged in resilience and strengthened by hope. Through changing seasons and testing times, our people have stood firm, drawing wisdom from the past and courage from the future. Guided by this enduring spirit, our government is committed to transforming Jammu and Kashmir into a modern, progressive and economically vibrant region. Together, we will turn obstacles into stepping stones and aspirations into achievements. We are building a business-friendly ecosystem that invites innovation and investment, turning Jammu and Kashmir into a hub of enterprise and ideas. This vision has been shaped through wide-ranging consultations with elected representatives, industry leaders and stakeholders. Their voices have enriched this budget and ensured that it remains people-centric. By engaging directly with every member of this House, we have laid the cornerstone of a new culture of participatory governance. The past year has been nothing but challenging for Jammu and Kashmir and for the entire nation. At the national level, we have seen our growth path suddenly challenged by geopolitical challenges. While the national economy is accelerating at 6 to 8% growth rate, we see our access to global markets being constrained by trade fictions. Even in Jammu and Kashmir, just as our economy was consolidating with renewed vigor, the barbaric terrorist attack at Pahalgam and its aftermath shocked us. The devastating floods in August and September have severely battered the Jammu region. These two calamities have further accentuated the fiscal challenges before us. All the sectors of economic activity, including tourism, handicrafts, horticulture and agriculture, are badly affected. There is substantial loss of jobs and business in all sectors, leading to financial distress on families. This budget gives us an opportunity to analyze these challenges incisively and respond to them resolutely by reforming with great vigor. This budget is anchored in the vision of inclusive and sustainable growth driven by fiscally prudent strategic investments across infrastructure, public service and governance. It seeks to bridge regions, unlock potential and create pathways of opportunity, especially for our youth and women who are the architects of tomorrow. Jammu and Kashmir's fiscal stress stems from high committed expenditure and limited own revenue capacity. Own tax and non-tax revenues cover only 25% of our budgetary needs. The geographical difficulties, structural constraints and inefficiencies, especially in the power sector, further accentuate this stress and lead to reliance on central support. To address this, my government has pursued fiscal reforms to enhance revenues, rationalize spending and improve fiscal transparency. While the GST rate rationalization undertaken by GST Council has dented our revenues, we have leveraged the analytical inputs from the Business Intelligence Unit or BIU, GST Network and the Bhaskaracharya National Institute for Space Applications and Geoinformatics, BISAC, to prevent leakages and ensure strong GST enforcement. We have deployed the e-Abgari portal and e-stamping to streamline excise administration and land registration. We also ensure transparent auctions to boost revenues. This has led to our own tax revenue and non-tax revenue rising to 10,265 crores and 4,964 crores respectively as of December 31st, 2025. While these figures are lower than last year's collections of 10,624 crores and 5,114 crores respectively, we are making sustained efforts to exceed last year's collections by 31st March. The government's fiscal stress stems from the committed expenditure on salaries, pensions and debt servicing, which alone account for nearly 60% of overall outlay. Hence, initiatives in debt management are being taken to lower high-cost liabilities and eliminate off-budget debt. We are strengthening debt sustainability by keeping all borrowings within approved limits and improving liquidity management. For the third consecutive year, we have enforced the austerity measures for curbing non-priority spending. My government is pursuing the power sector reforms to reduce losses and improve billing efficiency. We are expanding the consumer base and aerial punched cables and executing loss reduction works in all districts. These reform measures are expected to ease financial stress and lay the foundation for a fiscally prudent development path. Still, Jammu and Kashmir continues to face significant infrastructure deficits in areas like road connectivity, water supply, sewage, tourism and power. For addressing these challenges, substantial financial resources and continued support from the central government are essential. My government actively engaged with the central government to resolve our fiscal issues. I met with the Union Home Minister and Union Finance Minister on multiple occasions. I am pleased to share that the central government has remained cognizant of our difficulties and consistently supported us through special assistance, for which we are grateful. This year, Jammu and Kashmir was brought under the ambit of the Special Assistance to States for Capital Investment, or the SASCI scheme. This decision reflects the confidence of Government of India in the reform orientation, financial discipline and execution capacity of Jammu and Kashmir. SASCI scheme provides us 50-year interest-free loans for undertaking capital investments and infrastructure projects. It has emerged as a transformative fiscal instrument as it emphasizes on substantive reforms in several key sectors by providing financial incentives for such reforms. My government has proactively leveraged this new opportunity. Under the untied allocation, 1,431 crores, we are accelerating execution of capital projects, including the hydroelectric power projects. Our capital works are aimed at strengthening infrastructure across critical sectors. Recognizing the progress achieved and the effective utilization of funds by Jammu and Kashmir, the central government approved an additional allocation of 1,431 crores under the untied component. Building resilience and reducing disaster risk is now a critical priority under SASCI. After the devastating floods in the Jammu region, we ensured a detailed visit of the interministerial team and coordinated their inspections. My government submitted detailed reports and proactively pursued financial assistance with the central government, which has now approved further allocation of 1,431 crores for disaster mitigation and restoration works. We will utilize these SASCI funds for the creation of protective and preventive infrastructure and for strengthening preparedness. Under the reform components of SASCI, Jammu and Kashmir has undertaken far-reaching mining sector reforms, qualifying for incentive of 100 crores. Similarly, the land governance reforms was started to improve transparency, ease of doing business, and citizen trust. As on date, land records of 6,839 villages have been fully computerized. Cadastral maps of 6,464 villages are digitized. Over 68 lakh land parcels have been recorded, and ULPIN has been assigned to 13.25 lakh parcels. The revenue court case management system is operational in 881 revenue courts, significantly reducing delays, disputes, and inconvenience to citizens. These reforms helped us complete the digital crop survey and qualify for an incentive of 60 crores. Under the Naksha initiative, the aerial survey in Bishna town has been completed, thereby earning an incentive of 5 crores. Under urban planning reforms, a GIS-based data bank of industrial land has been integrated with the Indian Industrial Land Bank. Reforms such as land pooling, GIS-based planning, green buildings, flexible zoning, road rationalization, and amendments to building regulations have been undertaken. Based on these, my government has submitted a proposal for availing 454 crores under this incentive. I am happy to note that the fiscal consolidation measures, the persistent implementation of reforms, and the strategic capital investments are accelerating our economy. Our gross state domestic product, or GSDP, is estimated to grow from 2,36,059 crores in 23-24 to 2,62,458 crores in 24-25, and is projected to rise to 2,88,422 crores in 25-26, signaling a decisive leap in our GSDP. In 25-26, the primary, secondary, and tertiary sectors are projected to contribute 20, 18, and 62% to GSVA respectively. Jammu and Kashmir's economy is estimated to grow at 11%. Driven by our sustained initiatives and strategic policy interventions, this positive GSDP trajectory has supported Jammu and Kashmir to tackle the aggravated fiscal challenges after the Pahalgam tragedy and the recent floods. With confidence in our direction and faith in our collective strength, I am certain that Jammu and Kashmir will emerge as a leading region of development, innovation, and opportunity. My government is working to strengthen administrative capacity, modernize civil services, ensure efficient recruitment, and enhance institutional infrastructure in Jammu and Kashmir. We have actively implemented Mission Karam Yogi, which aims to train civil servants through its role-based, competency-driven approach. Out of 3.74 lakh employees, 1.25 lakh employees have been onboarded, and 53,073 employees are actively engaged in their training. My government has made employment generation a central pillar of its governance agenda. With a clear focus on speed, transparency, and merit in public recruitment, I am pleased to inform this House that 7,650 candidates have been appointed to government service during the year 2025. Purely on the basis of merit through a transparent and technology-driven recruitment process, restoring faith of our youth in public institutions. I propose to fast-track the recruitment process for 23,800 additional posts, including 2,800 gazetted, 14,000 non-gazetted, and 7,000 Class 4 posts, so that these vacancies are filled in a strictly time-bound manner. In addition, 910 compassionate appointments have been provided during 2025, ensuring that families who have lost their sole breadwinners are able to cope with dignity, security, and hope. These measures reflect our firm resolve that every deserving youth gets a fair opportunity and that public employment in Jammu and Kashmir remains transparent, accountable, and accessible to all. My government is fully conscious of the long-standing aspirations of daily rated workers, casual and temporary workers who have served the administration for years under difficult conditions and with limited job security. Last year, a high-level committee was constituted to examine all legal, financial, and administrative aspects of regularization of daily rated workers so that a fair, transparent, and sustainable policy framework could be evolved. I assure this House that my government is committed to finding a just and humane resolution to this long-pending issue, and based on the recommendations of the committee, a structured and phased roadmap for regularization will be announced in the coming period. Our objective is to ensure that those who have devoted the prime years of their lives to public service are given dignity, security, and a stable future within the framework of law and fiscal responsibility. My government acknowledges the invaluable contribution of ASHA and Anganwadi workers, who form the backbone of our public health and early childhood care systems. Their dedication at the grassroots level, especially in reaching the most vulnerable sections, deserves our deepest appreciation. Government is committed to removing the impediments to ensure timely release of their honorarium. I am also pleased to inform this House that honorarium of vocational instructors has been enhanced, reflecting our commitment to recognizing the role of skilled educators in strengthening employability and vocational education. We have strengthened the infrastructure of our recruitment and accountability agencies. Construction of police stations for the Anti-Corruption Bureau in Jammu, Baramulla, and Anantnag will be completed by the end of the financial year. Similarly, the Jammu office of the JKSSB is nearing completion, and the construction of JKSSB building at Srinagar is expected to be completed by June 2027. My government has restored the Darbar move in a structured and modernized manner, reaffirming its importance as a unique administrative tradition that strengthens regional integration and participatory governance. The restoration of the Darbar move has already begun to revive economic activity in Jammu, benefiting transport operators, hospitality sector, small traders, service providers whose livelihoods depend on this seasonal movement of administration. My government is working to strengthen facilities and welfare measures for government employees associated with the Darbar move, including improved accommodation, better office infrastructure, digital connectivity, and enhanced logistical arrangements so that the move becomes more efficient, employee-friendly, and cost-effective. This approach ensures that the Darbar move is not merely symbolic, but a productive governance mechanism that supports both economic vitality and employee well-being. The agriculture and allied sectors are undergoing transformation through the interventions under the Holistic Agriculture Development Program and the Competitiveness Improvement of Agriculture and Allied Sectors project, backed by IFAD assistance. The focus has shifted from subsistence practices to a diversified, climate-smart and income-centric agricultural economy. The cultivated area has expanded from 12.71 lakh hectares to 13.50 lakh hectares. The seed replacement rate, or SSR, has risen from 12% to 22%, enhancing productivity and crop resilience. Protected cultivation has expanded, and 332 high-tech greenhouses and 848 polyhouses established over 29.84 hectares. These facilities have enabled enhanced cropping intensity up to 250% and reduced climate-induced risks. The area under oilseeds has expanded substantially from 1.4 lakh hectares to 2.1 lakh hectares, resulting in a doubling of oilseed production and reducing dependence on imported edible oils. Kisan Khidmat Gars, or KKGs, are empowering farmers by enabling technology-driven last-mile delivery. By 2025-2026, over 8 lakh farmers were onboarded onto Kisan Sathi and KKG apps, with 1,300 KKGs getting operational. By March 2027, universal digital farmer coverage is targeted through full integration of digital crop survey under PM Fasal Bima Yojana. 2.1 lakh farmers covering 75,732 hectares were registered during Kharif 2025, ensuring crop risk mitigation. Under command area development and modernization of command area development, irrigation potential of 4.53 lakh hectares has been created by December 25, and further 16,207 hectare potential is proposed for 26-27. Mushroom cultivation has emerged as a high-return allied enterprise, with production increasing by 31% from 2,100 metric tons to 2,742 metric tons over the past 3 years through establishment of 227 mushroom units and distribution of 1.18 lakh compost bags. Apiculture has popularized, with honey production growing at 77% in 3 years to over 3,895 metric tons, aided by the distribution of 1.03 lakh bee honey colonies and establishment of 11 honey processing units. Under the high-density plantation scheme for horticulture, about 1,119 hectares has been covered since 2017-18 till December 2025, with assistance of 139 crores. Further, 18,915 hectares are covered under medium-density plantations. Our food production increased from 26.43 lakh metric tons in 23-24 to 26.92 lakh metric tons in 24-25. We aim to reach 29.72 lakh metric tons production by 29-30. Further, 1,455 hectares shall be covered during 2026-27 under the medium and high density plantation. A mega fruit nursery is commissioned at RS Pura, Jammu, with capacity of 5 lakh quality saplings of subtropical fruits. 2 elite nurseries or plant establishment quarantines are being developed at Martha in Udhampur and 11 in Anantnag for providing high quality planting material. During the year 26-27, public and private sector nurseries aim to produce 8 lakh planting material and 17.84 lakh rootstock fruit plants. Further, 6 hectares of mother orchards, 15 hectares of rootstock banks, and 40 hectares of plant propagation units will be established during 26-27, further strengthening conservation efforts. SCOS Jammu has established a state-of-the-art ex situ gene bank, becoming the 3rd institution in India with such a facility. The dairy and livestock sector has recorded robust growth, with annual milk production reaching 28.75 lakh metric tons, driven by systemic breed improvement, expanded artificial insemination coverage, and improved animal management practices. I am proposing setting up 7 milk processing plants of 1 lakh litre 7 milk processing plants of 1 lakh litre per day capacity in Jammu and Kashmir, costing approximately 770 crores, funded through UT Capex and Government of India schemes. This scheme is going to benefit 11 lakh dairy farmers. My target is to take J&K in milk processing from the current 4% to 25% in the next few years. We are proposing a top-up subsidy of 15% under the Integrated Dairy Development Scheme for PMFME beneficiaries establishing milk processing. The formation of 4,000 new dairy cooperative societies, along with milk FPOs and self-help group clusters, will strengthen grassroots ownership and efficient procurement. To support this ecosystem, 40 bulk milk coolers, 40 testing labs, 200 Milko chill units, and 50 Insta chillers will be deployed. For transforming the dairy ecosystem, we will be expanding milk processing from 5% to 12% for enabling efficient handling of 10 lakh litres per day and enhancing productivity. This will boost organized dairy cooperative turnover from 407 crores to 1,898 crores annually, translating into an additional 300 crore income for 3 lakh farmers each year. With these interventions, annual milk production is projected to increase to 32 lakh metric tons and milk collection and chilling capacity expected to rise to 5.5 lakh litres per day by 26-27. The E-National Agriculture Market, or ENAM, platform has been successfully rolled out, enabling farmers to sell their agricultural and horticultural produce without physically bringing it to mandis. Out of 19 wholesale mandis, 17 mandis are integrated with ENAM platform. Since its inception in 2021, over 55,000 farmers, traders, FPOs, and commission agents are registered as are registered, and cumulative trade worth 1,721 crores has been conducted through eNAM up to December 2025. To further boost the poultry sector, we will establish 800 commercial poultry units and 50,000 backyard poultry units so as to produce approximately 250 million eggs. This will make poultry farming more remunerative and reduce dependence on imported poultry inputs. Further, fish production is expected to increase from 31,000 metric tons in 25-26 to 33,000 metric tons in 26-27. contributing to improved availability of fish and enhanced incomes for fish farmers. The agriculture and allied sectors has been allocated 1,878 crores under capital expenditure for 26-27. Under the Mahatma Gandhi Narega, 250.07 lakh person days were generated in 25-26. The construction of Panchayat infrastructure is progressing steadily with 367 Panchayat Bhavans tendered, 354 allotted and 297 taken up. Under PMAY, 3.21 lakh houses have been completed, while construction of the remaining 14,000 houses is in progress. Soil and moisture conservation activities such as contour bunding, terracing, water harvesting and field protection works have been initiated under IWMP, resulting in treatment of 1,219 hectares of degraded land and completion of 369 conservation works covering 5,286 hectares in 25-26. Under the Lakhpati Didi initiative, 2,952,000 self-help group women have already become Lakhpati Didis. The remaining 32,048 potential households will be covered by June 2026 to enhance women's economic empowerment and rural enterprise. We will proactively increase the number of Lakhpati Didis by converging this initiative with Mission Yuva. Under Umeed, 98,312 women farmers were trained in 25-26. JKRLM facilitated credit linkage for 13,103 self-help groups, amounting to 418 crore, benefiting 26,200 households. Capacity building under Rashtriya Gram Swaraj Abhiyan has trained 14,685 officers and officials, including Panchayat secretaries. This year, 2025 was designated as J&K Green Mission to drive community-led environment stewardship and plantation. The rural sector has been allocated 3,456 crores under capital expenditure for 26-27, an increase of 40 crores from the revised allocation of 25-26. My government considers tourism as a key pillar of economic growth and livelihood generation in Jammu and Kashmir. Despite the challenges faced during the year, including the unfortunate Pahalgam incident and subsequent floods, Jammu and Kashmir recorded over 1.61 crore tourist visits in 25-26, reflecting the resilience and continued confidence in our destination. I propose to build a sustainable, inclusive and year-round tourism economy, balancing infrastructure development with environmental conservation and community participation. Our focus will be on developing new world-class tourist destinations, strengthening tourism circuits, and positioning Jammu and Kashmir as a global tourism brand with financial and technical support from the Ministry of Tourism, Government of India. Environmental infrastructure has been prioritized with sanctioning 3.2 million lakh MLD STP at Gulmarg and starting of upgradation of solid waste management plant. Similar measures are planned at Sonmarg for reinforcing protection of the fragile ecosystem. My government is also working on restoration of heritage sites and shrines through the Culture Department. This initiative will aim to preserve cultural identity, boost local economies through tourism, and strengthen community pride. For diversification of tourism towards winter sports, water sports and adventure tourism, procurement and execution of supportive infrastructure is underway. Water sports facilities at Wular Manasbal and Bani Basoli are being developed. Sports tourism is also being promoted through strategic investments. The Kashmir Marathon and Jammu Marathon are placing J&K on the national and international sporting map. The second Kashmir Marathon 2025 with a 3-day expo recorded over 3,000 registrations with participation from 27 states and union territories and 11 countries. We garnered 2.11 crore in sponsorships and 0.20 crores in registration fees, validating its economic and promotional potential. In 2026, we will be organizing an international film festival in association with the National Film Development Corporation. This festival will bring world cinema to Jammu and Kashmir, promote cultural diversity, and stimulate the local economy. We have launched J&K Tourism mobile app for offering verified real-time information, integrated booking services, and AI-based assistance. This will become the entry point for tourists, providing comprehensive support and boost business opportunities for local hotels and entrepreneurs. The homestay policy addressed peak season accommodation shortages while empowering local households. We have established over 1,600 registered homestays in Kashmir Division and 300 plus in Jammu Division. We have partnered with J&K Bank to provide concessional assistance for such homestays, which will be popularized through our portals and J&K Tourism mobile app. Skill development and entrepreneurship form a core pillar of government's employment strategy in Jammu and Kashmir. We intend to launch a skill mission to equip our youth with superior skills. For this, skill and entrepreneurship framework will be developed, covering foundational skilling, internships, and industry-ready technical skilling. The mission will emphasize upgradation of polytechnics and ITIs, on-the-job training opportunities, and lifelong learning. The tourism and youth affairs sector has been allocated 472 crores under capital expenditure for 26-27, an increase of 61 crores from the revised allocation of 25-26. My government accords high priority to the preservation, restoration, and promotion of our rich cultural and heritage assets, which are central to the identity, history, and tourism potential of Jammu and Kashmir. During 26-27, provision has been made for completion of all ongoing projects under Phase 1 of the Heritage Revival, Restoration and Maintenance Scheme, and for fast-tracking the execution of approved projects under Phase 2 and Phase 3. I further propose to ensure comprehensive coverage of heritage conservation, including execution of heritage projects of the Tourism Department across Jammu and Kashmir and the value-based restoration of the Mughal-era Nishat Garden in Srinagar. I also propose to expedite the modernization of the SPS Museum, strengthen and modernize the public library network, and expand inclusive cultural infrastructure through establishment of new cultural centers at Bandipur, Shopaiya, Anantnag, Kishtwar, Udhampur, Poonch, and Budgam. In addition, enhanced budgetary support will be provided to the J&K Academy of Art, Culture and Languages to promote youth engagement through cultural programs and national initiatives, ensuring that our cultural heritage remains vibrant, accessible and future-oriented. The Culture Department has been allocated 109 crores under capital expenditure for 26-27. Despite the challenging environment, the industry sector recorded strong progress during 25-26. Reflecting investor confidence. Since 2020, 2,227 industrial units in the organized sector involving an investment of 15,940 crores and generating employment for 73,827 persons have commenced production. Investment grounding reached an all-time high of 5,260 crores till December 2025. Under the new central sector scheme of 28,400 crores, 971 applications involving 14,292 crores were registered, with 87% of new and expansion units commencing production. Claims of 403 crores were approved under NCSS, taking cumulative approvals to 840 crores. For the 2026-27, amendments to the J&K Industrial Policy 2130 are proposed to sustain industrial growth post-NCSS, ensuring continued employment and income security. My government is taking decisive measures to support medium and small enterprises and facilitate ease of doing business. I propose to introduce a self-certification scheme for MSMEs under which enterprises will receive a single in-principle approval with a 3-year grace period for clearances, enabling them to start operations enabling them to start operations without procedural delays and compliance bottlenecks. I further propose to extend incentives to SIC MSMEs at par with new industrial units, so that viable enterprises are revived, existing jobs are protected, and business closures are prevented. Reimbursement of CGTMSE, Credit Guarantee Fund Trust for Micro and Small Enterprises. Guarantee fees up to 10 lakh loans were approved with an allocation of 41.30 crores. Jammu and Kashmir secured the 5th rank in ease of doing business in November 2025. The first ever MSME health clinic was launched by IIM Jammu, covering 417 units, which focused revival plans underway for 70 sickness-prone MSMEs. MSME formalization surged, with Udyam registrations rising from 0.24 lakh in 2021 to 5.85 lakh in 25-26, and a target of 7.1 lakhs has been set by 2027. We received the National MSEFC Excellence Award for online and timely MSME dispute resolution. The startup ecosystem expanded from 69 startups in 2020 to 1,342 in 25-26, including 490 women-led ventures. A new startup policy was launched and 18 startups were sanctioned, seed funding of 20 lakhs each. Over 1,100 ideas were generated through boot camps and outreach. Enhanced allocations are proposed in 26-27 for upgrading infrastructure in existing industrial estates to support MSMEs. Startup support will be strengthened through high budgetary allocations, incubators, and co-working spaces in Srinagar and Jammu. To sustain rural self-employment, higher allocation is proposed under the J&K Rural Employment Generation Program for the year 26-27. The handloom and handicraft sector provides direct and indirect employment for nearly 4.45 lakh individuals, primarily from economically weaker sections. GI certification capacity increased fivefold. 8 new crafts were GI registered in 2025 and 17 more are in advanced stages. We are strengthening QR code-based certification and testing infrastructure. We won the National ODOP Gold Award for the 2nd consecutive year. Artisan credit card saturation is being pursued aggressively, with 21.06 crores disbursed to 1,011 artisans during 25-26. Our 4 artisans received national honors, including the Shilp Guru Award and the National Awards for Handicrafts. The industry and handicraft sector has been allocated 461 crores under capital expenditure for 26-27, an increase of 137 crores from revised allocations of 25-26. The Institute of Driving, Training and Research, or IDTR at Kot Balwal, will be made operational this year for professionalizing road safety in Jammu. The IDTR will be equipped with 7 automated driving tracks and state-of-the-art machinery, ensuring that every new driver is trained to the highest national safety standards. In parallel, the transition to automated testing stations, or ATS, is underway to ensure vehicle fitness and commuter safety while protecting the environment. This technology-driven approach involves electronic evaluation of brakes, suspension, and emissions, replacing manual fitness testing. Registration certificates have already been issued to private operators, with the first ATS operational since September 25. The Inspection and Certification Center at Samba will soon be commissioned to serve as a government sector hub for automated testing. JKRTC continues to provide uninterrupted transport for passengers and food grains and horticulture products, reinforcing its role as a reliable and resilient public transport and logistics provider. We need to strengthen inter-district transportation, particularly in rural and underserved areas, to provide reliable, comfortable and affordable services. The revival of Jammu and Kashmir Road Transport Corporation will be a key focus of 26-27. As part of a green mobility initiative under the PM E-Drive scheme, 200 electric buses are planned to be inducted, with an estimated investment of 350 crores, replacing aging diesel fleets with modern zero-emission vehicles. To further strengthen JKRTC's commercial and logistical capacity, 50 new trucks will be procured under SASKI funding of 75.70 crore. The transport sector has been allocated 21 crores under capital expenditure for 26-27. While we are blessed with unique mineral wealth, it is important that it is harnessed transparently and sustainably. Hence, we are implementing the integrated mining surveillance system in collaboration with BISAC-N. This system will enable satellite-based monitoring of mining areas, generate real-time triggers on illegal mining activity, and share this with enforcement officers for prompt verification and legal action. The first phase of IMSS has been operationalized, and over 110 triggers have been generated for technology-driven action for curbing illegal mining. To strengthen on-ground enforcement, e-challan machines have been introduced in collaboration with J&K Bank for issuing on-the-spot challans to violators. The first ever auction process for the 7 limestone mineral blocks in Jammu and Kashmir marks a significant step in implementing mining reforms. This will enable transparent digital auctions for mineral resource allocation and boost our revenues. The mining sector has been allocated 4 crores under capital expenditure, an increase of 2 crores from the previous year. Significant upgradation of health infrastructure in the recent years has improved public healthcare delivery and medical education. More than 4,000 health infrastructure facilities have been developed, including 15 medical colleges, 2 AIIMS, and 2 state cancer institutes. The new 160-bedded block at the Bone and Joint Hospital, Srinagar, with a cost of 140 crores, has been operationalized since July 2025. The commissioning of the 100-bedded Mother and Child Care Hospital at Lamberi, Rajouri, upgradation of SDH Bilawar to a 100-bedded facility, construction of a 50-bedded hospital at Sundarbani, upgradation of the 100-bedded hospital at Naushera, and the 125-bedded district hospital at Reshipura, Badgam has been accelerated. To strengthen diagnostics, the process for installing 1.5 Tesla MRIs in the new GMCs and 3 Tesla MRIs at GMC Jammu, GMC Srinagar and SKIMS has been initiated. Installation of CT scan machines is underway in major hospitals like DH Badgam, SSH Srinagar, DH Punch, SMGS Jammu, CD Hospital Jammu and SMHS Srinagar. This initiative will be further expanded. PET scan facilities will be installed at GMC Srinagar and extended to GMC Kathua during 26-27 to enhance cancer diagnostics. Mobile medical units and mobile dental units are proposed to improve outreach in far-flung areas. The Sehat app has been launched to enhance healthcare delivery by integrating services, providers and patients on a single digital platform. More than 16 lakh users have started seeking benefits on this app. Digital health and remote care are being upgraded with provision of 32 crores for establishing 80 telemedicine centers and enabling clinical consultation in far-flung regions. De-addiction OPDs are functional and 6 new facilities are under construction to expand de-addiction support. Construction of homeopathic college at Rakh Hoshiari, Kathua, and Ayurvedic College at Amargarh, Sopore will commence in 26-27 to expand Ayush education and care options. All 523 Ayushman Arogya Mandirs dedicated to Ayush services have been fully operational across Jammu and Kashmir, providing Ayush therapies and preventive health interventions. Ayush infrastructure has been expanded by commissioning the 10-bedded integrated Ayush hospital at Jammu and Government Ayurvedic Hospital at Kulgam. Medical education has been strengthened. During the current year, 548 medical seats will be added, comprising 340 MBBS, 128 PG, 34 PG Ayurveda, and 46 DNB seats. AIIMS Kashmir will be commissioned by June 2026. GMC Srinagar and GMC Jammu have each been allotted 20 additional MBBS seats. Further, GMC Doda, GMC Anantnag, GMC Baramulla and GMC Kathua have been allotted 50 additional MBBS seats, thereby expanding pool of medical professionals. Quality nursing education will be enhanced through creation of trained manpower in 10 nursing colleges. With the unprecedented approval of 240 MBBS and 120 PG seats, infrastructure of all GMCs will be strengthened in the financial year 26-27 with a budget of 216 crores. The health and medical education sector has been allocated 1,866 crores under capital expenditure. Path-breaking reforms have been undertaken in the education sector to ensure comprehensive implementation of the national education policy. To strengthen early childhood education, pre-primary classes have commenced in 15,550 schools. We provisioned 30 crores for establishing 5,000 kindergartens with child-friendly infrastructure. In 25-26, 1,735 kindergartens were set up, 7,672 schools received child-friendly furniture. Additionally, 188 modern kindergarten buildings costing 122 crores have been sanctioned under Samagra Shiksha. School infrastructure is being upgraded with 396 schools being developed as exemplar schools under PM Shri. Further, 762 additional classrooms worth 160 crores have been approved. To promote future-ready learning, ICT facilities will be established in 2,036 schools. 4,200 smart classrooms are being commissioned under Samagra Shiksha and PM Shri. Innovation capacity is being expanded with the ongoing 172 Atal Tinkering Labs and proposed 500 ATLs. Skill-linked education and governance reforms are progressing in parallel. Vocational education has been introduced in 554 schools with 2,294 vocational trainers. Further, 2,214 vocational trainers are under implementation. Teaching capacity is being enhanced with 594 lecturer vacancies being referred for recruitment. Further, 2,217 schools are being solarized. To enhance monitoring and learning outcomes, District Vidya Samiksha Kendras are being set up for educational analytics. The reforms launched by our government have led to significant improvements in school education results in 25-26, with Class 10 and Class 12 pass percentages reaching roughly 85%, marking one of the best performances in recent years. Key improvements include increased high-performing girls student passing rates of 86% and a notable rise in government school performance. My government is undertaking crucial initiatives in higher sector education to make our youth skillful and competitive. The 4-year undergraduate program is being universalized in all degree colleges. Records of 34.50 lakh students of class 10, 11 and 12 have been uploaded on DigiLocker by J.K. Bose as part of the Digital Transformation Initiative. Additionally, 74 government degree colleges were upgraded with NAC accreditation to enhance quality of education infrastructure in Jammu and Kashmir universities is being strengthened with support under RUSA 1 and 2. The key initiatives and priorities of the Higher Education Department will aim at development of classrooms, laboratories and libraries for universities, colleges, and improvement of autonomous affiliated colleges and development and upgradation of their sports infrastructure. All colleges in Jammu and Kashmir are offering access to National Digital Library of India for faculty and students. Under the Sustainability Initiative, 494 buildings are proposed to be solarized at a cost of 50 crores. During the next financial year, 26-27, 5 college buildings at GDC Kakrayal, Katra, GDC Zainapura, GDC Vailu, Larnu, GDC Tulel, GDC Cheneni, and Architect College of Engineering, Jammu, shall be made functional. Further, construction of buildings at GDC Frisal, Kazigund, Darhal, Verinag, and Majalta will be completed during 26-27. The capital projects of government degree colleges at Kunjwani, Mandi, Ajas, Dadu Basantgarh, Marheen, Ramkot, and Batot are being accelerated. A policy for establishment of private universities is being finalized to increase access to higher education and boost creation of skilled workforce. 4 research hubs in Jammu Division and 3 research hubs in Kashmir Division are being upgraded to expand research capacity in line with NEP aspirations. To build a stronger research ecosystem, 22 lead research colleges have been identified for equipping them with laboratories and academic infrastructure in alignment with NEP standards. The school and higher education sector has been allocated 1,513 crores under capital expenditure for 26-27. We will be undertaking a path-breaking initiative in science and technology sector by investing 30 crores to operationalize 2 non-functional industrial biotechnology parks at Kathua and Handwara. This will leverage institutional partnerships with SCOS Jammu and SCOS Kashmir and help these parks transform into vibrant research and entrepreneurship hubs by equipping them with advanced instruments and qualified scientific staff. This biotechnology innovation ecosystem will generate 1,000 crores in economic value and create high-value scientific jobs. Under PM Kusum, 5,000 solar agriculture plants have been installed, covering nearly 14,000 acres with capacity of 14 megawatts. This will result in annual average savings of about 18,000 rupees per farmer. An allocation of 20 crores is proposed under PM Kusum 2.0 for expansion of solar-powered agriculture pumps to reduce diesel consumption. In the government sector, 2,725 buildings have been solarized with capacity of 39 megawatts, yielding substantial fiscal savings. Further, 13 small hydropower projects with capacity of 35 megawatts are under implementation through IPP mode. To ensure inclusive clean energy transition, I propose saturation of 100 tribal villages as solar villages. We will distribute 15,000 smokeless cook stoves and 11,200 solar home lighting systems to improve energy access and health outcomes in tribal areas. We are currently supporting 274 ongoing research and development projects and providing 130 scholarships to students from +2 level up to PhD for supporting higher education and research. To develop skilled manpower in emerging sectors, we propose skilling and placement linkages for approximately 2,000 youth in renewable energy, clean technologies and biotechnology. A major initiative proposed is the establishment of hydro-solar parks of 15 megawatts each to provide turnkey infrastructure for utility-scale solar deployment. This will reduce project risk and enable faster commissioning of solar projects. To accelerate clean technology adoption, we propose expansion of EV charging infrastructure, including solar-based charging stations and solarization of feasible government buildings. The science and technology sector has been allocated 177 crores under capital expenditure for 26-27, an increase of 42 crores over the previous year. My government is prioritizing youth development through an integrated approach to sports, culture, fitness and civic engagement. Modern sports infrastructure is being developed to ensure a bright future for young athletes. So far, 2 centers of excellence and 92 Khelo India centers have been established. Digital enablement will be operationalized to scale youth registrations on the My Bharat portal from 5.5 lakh to 20 lakh. We aim to build a digital athlete ecosystem with unique IDs, performance dashboards, verified certificates, and tracking from grassroots to elite levels. A structured tournament pathway has been institutionalized, and over 15.39 lakh students now participate at various levels, leading to 2,500 athletes representing J&K at the National School Games. Jammu and Kashmir successfully conducted the 5th edition of its flagship winter sports program, reinforcing its position as India's premier sports capital. We also hosted the first ever Khelo India Water Sports Festival, giving fresh momentum to rowing, kayaking and other water-based disciplines. The hosting of the 3rd Asian Pencat Silat Championship with participation of about 300 athletes from over 12 countries showcased J&K's organizational excellence. J&K athletes have delivered strong results with 11 gold, 9 silver and 18 bronze medals at the 69th National School Games and notable performances at international events including the Paris 2028 Paralympics. Over 29 lakh youth engagements were ensured up to December 2025, with large number of sports activities including 1 national event, 20 UT level championships, 5 major leagues and 338 community sports programs. alongside flagship events such as the Jammu Cyclothon, Football and Cricket Premier Club Cups, South Kashmir Volleyball League, Snow Festivals, and the 6th Khelo India Winter Games 2026 in Gulmarg and Srinagar. The Sports and Youth Affairs sector has been allocated 155 crores under capital expenditure for 2026, an increase of 17 crores over the previous year. Employment generation through entrepreneurship is a key priority of this government. To systematically promote self-employment across Jammu and Kashmir, we have launched Mission Yuva as a mission mode initiative anchored on the 4C framework of culture, capacity, capital and connectivity. Mission Yuva has achieved wide and deep grassroots outreach. The Mission Yuva app has recorded 2 lakh downloads with applications received from nearly 95% of panchayats across the Union Territory. So far, about 7,000 applications have been received and 55,000 DPRs have been prepared through a strong institutional framework at the district level. 27 business development units at the district level, 80 business helpline desks at the sub-divisional level, and 2,000 Yuva Doots at the grassroots are actively hand-holding applicants, supporting them through the entrepreneurial journey. As a result of this structured approach, 47,000 applications have been approved by the district level implementation committees. 16,500 enterprises have been sanctioned by banks, with nearly 800 crores already disbursed in the first year of this scheme. Another 2,000 applications are under active processing with banks and are expected to be sanctioned shortly. Applications returned by the banks are reprocessed through a facilitative non-rejection mechanism supported by a dedicated business helpline. Capacity building remains integral to Mission Yuva. Over 8,000 entrepreneurs have completed structured training, while another 5,000 are currently undergoing entrepreneurship development programs. To ensure transparency, efficiency and accountability, Mission Yuva is supported by a comprehensive end-to-end digital dashboard enabling real-time monitoring of applications and outcomes. The Mission Yuva app functions as a one-stop digital platform for aspiring entrepreneurs, and it is already operational. In the coming year, the government will further scale up Mission Yuva through convergence with skilling, credit and market linkage initiatives supported by adequate budgetary provisions. Transforming the skilling ecosystem in Jammu and Kashmir forms a core pillar of the government's employment strategy. A comprehensive 4-track skill and entrepreneurship framework has been adopted, covering foundational level skilling at school level, a career launchpad for youth through minor skilling alongside graduation, internships, placement support, and accessible coaching. Industry-ready technical skilling through restructuring of polytechnics has been proposed under the proposed skill university, upgradation of ITIs through PM Setu, and strengthening of on-job training under PM NAPS is also underway. These tracks will be enabled by a robust ecosystem comprising structured placement mechanisms, career guidance, and other assistance. 5 new ITIs will be developed as hub ITIs under the new central scheme, which will serve as specialized centers for advanced technical training, high-end skilling and industry-linked vocational education. To further improve labor welfare and grievance redressal, a toll-free helpline, Shram Mitra, has been established to provide timely support to workers. Infrastructure for labor mobility and social security is being enhanced through the construction of new labor sarais at Wanpo, Anantnag and in Rajouri, along with upgradation of Labour Sarai Kathua to provide safe night shelter for migrant labour. Additional Labour Sarais at Washbug, Pulwama and Badgam, a model Labour Sarai at Naushera are also in the pipeline. The labour and employment sector has been allocated 244 crores under capital expenditure, an increase of 98 crores from the previous year. My government remains committed to the resettlement and welfare of Kashmiri migrant families. We are accelerating the construction of 6,000 transit accommodations for Kashmiri migrant government employees. As on date, out of 4,096 completed flats, 3,250 flats have been allotted. During the current financial year, 944 flats have been completed, and we propose to complete the targeted 1,200 flats during 26-27. The POJK Bhavan at Suketar, Jammu is targeted for completion during 26-27. Once completed, it will emerge as a powerful tribute to resilience of the displaced persons from POJK and West Pakistan. Multi-purpose community hall at Jagti Mini Township, Jammu will soon be commissioned to advance the welfare of migrant communities. My government also remains firmly committed to ensuring dignified living conditions and seamless access to essential services for migrant families. In this direction, we aim to improve the civic and utility services in migrant colonies at Jammu and all transit camps. We aim to extend the benefits of Ayushman Bharat or the Sehat health insurance scheme to migrant families. We will strengthen the digital service delivery to simplify and expedite access to essential documentation for migrants. A dedicated online platform has been established for issuance of key certificates for migrants and for registration and grievance redressal related to migrant properties. I am pleased to share that through this digital initiative, over 1.64 lakh domicile certificates, 36,541 migrant certificates, 2,325 RBA certificates, 1,597 EWS certificates, and 2,789 income certificates have been issued to Kashmiri migrants. Additionally, 14,619 registration certificates have been issued to Kashmiri migrants and displaced persons from POJK, ensuring employment for the migrant community. Smart PDS has been initiated for rollout in 26-27 to strengthen service delivery, curb leakages, and enhance transparency in the distribution of essential commodities across Jammu and Kashmir. As an important measure of social protection, the government has started providing 10 kg of free ration per person to all AAY beneficiaries from 1st April 25, thereby ensuring enhanced nutritional support for the most vulnerable households. Additional food grains are already being supplied free of cost to eligible AAY beneficiaries as promised. Further, fair price shops are being upgraded to improve accessibility and streamline distribution, reinforcing our commitment to an efficient, inclusive, and citizen-centric food security architecture. The food and civil supplies sector has been allocated 331 crores under capital expenditure, an increase of 57 crores from the previous year. My government aims to enhance tribal welfare in a holistic fashion by strengthening their education, housing, rural infrastructure, and livelihoods. At present, 28 tribal hostels with a capacity of about 2,900 students are providing free boarding, lodging, and education. Additionally, 26 hostels are under construction. We will commission 10 such hostels. We will commission 10 such hostels in the coming months. Six Eklavya model residential schools are functional and over 260 smart classrooms have been established. Pre-metric and post-metric scholarship schemes continue to benefit ST students and improve retention and educational access. Under the Dharti Abha Janjatiya Gram Utkarsh Abhiyan, 393 tribal majority villages across 20 districts have been covered, with 39.21 crore released during 25-26 for infrastructure and allied works. Livelihoods are being strengthened through 1,500 mini sheep, goat, and dairy units, along with 10 milk villages and 3 milk chilling plants. For nomadic transhuman tribes, 7 transit accommodation units are under construction along migration routes, of which 2 are already complete. Janjatiya Gaurav Divas was celebrated at Mender in Poonch district, a frontier border district of India, on the 15th of November 2025 to commemorate the 151st birth anniversary of the revered tribal freedom fighter Shri Birsa Munda. The Tribal Research Institute at Khimbar, Srinagar is supporting evidence-based policy through surveys, baseline surveys, etc. The Forest Rights Act cells are being established at UT and district levels with an outlay of 3.77 crores to ensure effective implementation of forest rights. The Tribal Affairs sector has been allocated 235 crores for capital expenditure for 26-27. We have expanded social security coverage for vulnerable and financially distressed households through the ISSS and National Social Assistance Program. In 25-26, the scale of pension was enhanced and new eligible members were added. My government increased the monthly pension rates from Rs 1,000 to Rs 1,250 for beneficiaries below 60, to 1,500 for those 60 to 80, and to 2,000 for those 80 and above. The number of elderly persons, widows and persons with disabilities covered by social pensions was increased from 7.35 lakh in March 2024 to 10.19 lakh in January 2026. Of these, 8.83 lakh beneficiaries are under the integrated or the ISSS and 1.3 lakh are under the NSAP. The annual pension outlay was enhanced from 1,209 crores to 1,755 crores, ensuring greater financial security and dignity for most vulnerable citizens. We will work with the central government to increase the disability pension further by 25%, benefiting over 1.62 lakh pensioners. In 2025-26, the financial assistance under the marriage assistance scheme was enhanced from 50,000 to 75,000 rupees for poor girls from AAY families. The earlier requirement of being an 8th class pass was also relaxed to saturate the coverage of the scheme for all eligible girls. As a result of these reforms, the number of beneficiaries increased from 26,000 in 24-25 to 44,302 in 25-26, with expenditure amounting to 234 crores as of December 2025. Inclusive education will be strengthened through special schools for specially able children at Baramulla and Anantnag. The composite home at Nainil Anantnag will soon be operational. The halfway home at Ganderbal will strengthen rehabilitation and reintegration services. The SC/ST building at Muthi is scheduled for inauguration in April 2026. My government is committed to strengthening financial security for girl children through the Ladli Beti scheme. Since its inception, the scheme has grown from just 16,095 beneficiaries in 17 to 1.92 lakh girl coverage enrolled by late 2025. Under NRLM, 96,000 self-help groups have been formed, mobilizing over 7.84 lakh rural households to foster savings, credit access, and enterprise development. We have successfully implemented free ridership for women on all government-owned public transport, including smart city e-buses and JKRTC services from April 2025. The ridership of women in such buses has jumped substantially, providing secure, green and convenient transport for women. This has been a path-breaking reform, making J&K one of the few regions in the country to operationalize zero-fare travel for women. The social welfare sector has been allocated 170 crores under capital expenditure. We have witnessed the devastation caused by natural calamities in the recent past. Hence, the government is emphasizing on disaster mitigation and preparedness. For building resilience to future disasters, my government has, for the first time, started building a disaster risk mitigation fund with an initial corpus of 39 crores. I am pleased to share that the guidelines for the disaster risk mitigation fund are being finalized. Under the National Landslide Risk Mitigation Program, 6 priority projects have been identified for undertaking timely mitigation measures. The Sakoon 2.0 platform has been digitized. The entire disaster relief process, replacing manual procedures with an end-to-end online system. Relief disbursement timelines have been reduced from 5 to 6 months to 15 to 20 days, ensuring transparency, accountability, and direct benefit transfer. The disaster management sector has been allocated 351 crores under capital expenditure for 26-27. To enhance institutional capacities and policy framework, we have partnered with IIM Jammu to make the Center for Innovation and Transformation in Governance operational. It has started work on skill development plans, PPP policy, FTI policy framework, etc. Jammu Kashmir has made significant progress on sustainable development goals, and as per Niti Aayog's SDG India Index, Jammu Kashmir has emerged as one of the fastest improving UTs in the country for sustainable development goals. The planning sector has been allocated 331 crores under the capital expenditure for 26-27, an increase of 16 crores from the revised allocation of the previous year. We have developed a forward-looking power sector plan to achieve round-the-clock electricity supply for all consumers by 27-28. This strategy addresses generation, transmission, distribution, and reforms for ensuring sustained energy security and long-term financial viability. We have started taking decisive steps on all these dimensions. 4 major hydro projects, Pakaldul, Ratle, Kiru, and Kwar, with a combined capacity of 3,014 megawatts are under rapid execution. We have leveraged the SASKI funding to provide our share of equity for these projects in an accelerated fashion. We have finalized a comprehensive renewable energy policy for 26-27 encompassing solar, wind, rooftop wind, and battery energy storage systems and the PM Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana. 16,816 households have been solarized to provide free and clean electricity. Further, government buildings have been solarized aggressively. I am happy to inform the House that the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy has sanctioned the installation of rooftop solar systems of 2 kilowatts each at 2.22 lakh AAY households under the RESCO model. Special initiatives are being taken for strengthening power infrastructure along the Baltal and Pahalgam axis for the Amarnath Yatra through permanent underground cabling for ensuring uninterrupted and safe power supply. For strengthening transmission and distribution infrastructure, a record 5,708 MVA of capacity has been added to the distribution sector and 4,239 to the transmission sector over the last 5 years. My government is also focusing on loss reduction, service improvement, and enhanced consumer satisfaction. For this, installation of new and augmented distribution transformers, comprehensive HTLT network improvements, strengthening of receiving stations, sub-transmission lines, and electrification of unelected households in remote areas such as Kathua, Poonch, Rajouri, Gurez, and in Bandipur is being undertaken. We are installing smart meters to reduce AT&C losses and under-recovery in the power sector. Already with the installation of 10.44 lakh meters, losses have been reduced by 9%, while revenue has increased by 16%. During the last winter, the peak demand of 3,157 megawatts was met in December 2025. This year, J&K registered an all-time high peak supply of 3,362 megawatts. We have successfully improved the continuity of supply by reducing curtailments. The power sector has been allocated 1,718 crores under capital expenditure for 26-27. With commissioning of the Udhampur-Srinagar-Baramulla rail line, Kashmir has been connected with the rest of the country through all-weather train services, fulfilling a long-cherished dream. The first ever Food Corporation of India food grain freight train connecting Kashmir with the National Freight Network has been operationalized. Expansion and modernization of Jammu Tawi railway station and Jammu airport are progressing steadily. Jammu and Kashmir's road network is witnessing massive upgradation with an investment of 16,528 crores in construction and upgradation of expressways, national highways, two ring roads for Jammu and Srinagar city. 3 tunnels including Sonmarg have been completed, while 8 tunnels including the Zujila tunnel are at an advanced stage of completion. I express my gratitude to the central government for sanctioning 19 new national highway projects estimated at an estimated cost of 10,637 crores to further strengthen connectivity. Under PMGSY 4, 2,400 unconnected rural habitations in Jammu and Kashmir will be connected. During the year 26-27, I propose to undertake macadamization and blacktopping of nearly 3,500 kilometers of roads. This will be achieved through multiple flagship programs including PMGSY, Central Road Fund, Infrastructure Fund, NABARD, Cities and Towns, Pothole-Free Roads, SASKI and other programs. Smooth and more reliable road connectivity is what we have promised and what we will deliver. The public works sector has been allocated 4,061 crores under capital expenditure, an increase of 333 crores from the revised allocation of last year. In fulfillment of the commitment to provide clean tap water to every household under the Jal Jeevan mission, more than 15.62 lakh rural households, or 81%, have been successfully provided with pipe water connection. Additionally, Har Ghar Jal certification has been achieved in 867 villages, marking significant progress towards universal water coverage. We will work with the central government to expedite the ongoing JJM works after verifying due diligence and source sustainability of all works. A water supply project at AIMS Avantipur costing 54.58 crores will create 1,600 KLD capacity for operational needs. Work on phase 2 for drawing surface water from Jhelum and water supply project at AIMS Vijaypur have also achieved significant progress. Under UT CAPEX, 393 water supply schemes have been completed out of the planned 810 schemes, improving potable water access. Additionally, the Lar Canal project in Ganderbal, costing 25 crores under NABARD RIDF 30-24-25, is under execution. The Shapur Kandi Dam project has made significant progress since 22nd September 25, regulated gravity flow of water has commenced, with the canal presently conveying approximately 150 cusecs. My government has significantly expanded irrigation coverage under the Command Area Development Program, benefiting over 2.25 lakh hectares of cultivable land and extending irrigation access through ongoing projects. I am happy to note that the department has received central funding in flood control sector, which was pending for the last few years. To improve water efficiency in rain-fed and vulnerable areas, activities under the watershed development component of PMKSY 2.0, including land leveling, contour bunding, check dams, farm ponds and drainage lines, are being implemented. The Jal Shakti sector has been allocated 2,558 crores under capital investment. My government accords high priority to sustainable urban transformation through improved civic services, affordable housing, environmental management, and institutional reforms. 227 smart city projects have been commissioned to give a massive fillip to urban infrastructure in Jammu and Srinagar. 200 e-buses are now operational. 200 additional e-buses are being procured. To strengthen wastewater management, new SBM projects are being undertaken, new STPs are being created, and a cluster-based approach is being adopted. Under Amrut 2.0, 90 projects in water supply and sewage sector worth over 1,000 crores have been approved, of which 17 have been completed and 67 are under execution. Bioremediation of 28 lakh metric tons of legacy waste is targeted for completion in our major cities. For integrated waste management, Srinagar city has been selected under CIT IIS 2.0 program. An action plan of 67 crores has been formulated for 700 TDP pre-processing unit. Under pollution abatement of water bodies, projects amounting to 358 crores have been undertaken. In the sphere of urban planning, 25 Class 2 towns have been approved for GIS-based master plans with assistance of 22 crores under Amrut 2.0. Housing for all remains a key priority under PMAYU 1.0. 42,585 beneficiaries stand approved, out of which 34,734 dwellings have been completed. Under PMAY 2.0, 26,582 applications have been registered, of which 2,522 houses have been sanctioned. To improve urban infrastructure, investment is being made in parking spaces, bus stands, urban roads, sewage, drainage, slaughterhouses, civic infrastructure. Multi-level car parking facility construction is underway in Jammu, Ramban, Doda, Udhampur, Kishtwar, Kathua, Samba, Riyasi, Shupaiyan and Bandipur. Additional parking projects at Baramulla and Vijaypur bus stand and bus stands at Bandipur and Samba are also in the pipeline. A flagship recreational initiative includes the development of an 11.64-acre water park at Jagti Nagrota in PPP mode, comprising water rides, resort, retail, and family entertainment infrastructure. This will be an important addition to Jammu's tourism infrastructure for the future. Integrated Command and Control Center has been made live with integrated data center, intelligent traffic management, emergency response system, environmental sensors, etc. The housing and urban development sector has been allocated 2,809 crores under the capital investment. My government aims to ensure efficient and accessible justice delivery through the development of quality judicial infrastructure, construction of a new High Court complex in Srinagar. The mega project of 908 crores will be accelerated during the financial year 26-27, strengthening judicial infrastructure. Our government is steadfastly pursuing the construction of the state-of-the-art legislative complex in Jammu to replace the century-old facility at the Civil Secretariat. We have also started implementing the National E-Vidhan application project. It is being operationalized in phases. The NEVA project will include procurement of network equipment, desktops and other IT equipment to make the assembly functioning truly paperless. The government remains committed to establishing a national law university in J&K to advance legal education, promote research and contribute to institutional reforms. The Law and Parliamentary Affairs sector has been allocated 257 crores under capital expenditure, an increase of 17 crores under the previous year. We are working on significant upgrades to the J&K State Data Center. The hiring of Meghraj Cloud Services is in process. Meghraj will provide infrastructure platforms, software and storage to government departments, enabling optimized ICT spending. It will also ensure data residency and robust security standards for public sector applications. My government is aiming to establish state-of-the-art IT and IT-enabled services parks in Jammu and Srinagar to attract and generate employment and create a robust technology ecosystem. This initiative emphasizes government, industry, academia collaboration. A center of excellence in AI has been sanctioned with an outlay of 20 crores over 4 years. This center is set to drive research and applications of AI in education and governance and regional security startup. The rollout of e-offices 2.0 up to Tehsil and block level has been institutionalized, has institutionalized paperless governance. As of today, 21,972 users of 4,061 offices have been onboarded. The system has ensured transparent file movement, faster decision making, and improved administrative efficiency, reinforcing accountable and citizen-centric governance. To make government services more accessible, a centralized WhatsApp-based service delivery platform will be introduced. Citizens will soon be able to access 100 to 150 high-volume services across 15 departments through secure multilingual chatbots. My government will invest in advanced capacity building training for citizens, and the Chief Minister's IT Initiative Program will be further strengthened to build future-ready talent pool capable of supporting a digital Jammu and Kashmir. The GAD information technology sector has been allocated 109 crores, an increase of 36 crores over the previous year. To promote afforestation, we have planted 510 lakh saplings over the last 5 years to expand tree cover. In 25-26, around 5,000 hectare area will be afforested and around 1 lakh saplings will be planted under various schemes. Demarcation and digitization of forest boundaries are being accelerated for protection of forest lands. We are targeting 19,752 installations and 55,056 surveys of boundary pillars. For development of wetlands and zoological infrastructure, 35 crores has been earmarked. Additionally, 25 crores has been earmarked for Wooler Lake, covering eco parks, shoreline protection, cultural walkways, cycling tracks, and recreational spaces. Wildlife conservation and rescue infrastructure are being strengthened. 24 enclosures are open to the public at Jammu Zoo, with 11 more planned, and new species like striped hyenas, zebra, rhino, red panda, and other primates are being added in a graded fashion. The forest and wildlife sector has been allocated 241 crores under capital expenditure, an increase of 60 crores over the previous year. Grain storage projects are being undertaken to create storage capacity at strategic locations. FCI has conveyed in-principle approval for leasing these spaces, thereby creating business opportunities for packs in fruit grain storage. 3 such storage projects of 1,000 MT at Rajbagh, Kathua, and of 2,500 MT each at Mirhama, Kulgam, and Turkpura, Kupwara are under construction. These facilities will improve price realization for farmers and ensure preservation of food grains. We have also fully operationalized 2 new schemes announced in last year's budget. The cash credit limit scheme for packs will enhance the working capital availability and enhance timely disbursement of short-term credit to farmers. Similarly, the Cooperative Infrastructure Fund has been created to provide dedicated financial support for building and upgrading cooperative infrastructure. The cooperative sector has been allocated 27 crores under capital expenditure for 26-27. Having outlined the sector-wise priority and budgetary allocations of my government, I now turn to a set of focused initiatives which will directly touch the lives of our people. These measures reflect our commitment to social justice, inclusive growth, and targeted welfare, and are aimed at providing immediate relief and long-term empowerment to the most vulnerable sections of society. My government will enhance budgetary support to the Jammu and Kashmir Trade Promotion Organization to actively promote handicrafts and handloom products through regular buyer-seller meets, creating direct market linkages between local artisans and national and international buyers. This initiative will strengthen market access, branding income opportunities for artisans, and help position Jammu and Kashmir's handicrafts as a globally competitive cultural and economic asset. I am happy to share that we have received financial support of up to 200 crores for the construction of Unity Mall. It will serve as the craft bazaar, providing permanent platform for local products, handicrafts, handlooms, and traditional enterprises from all states and UTs. Under the third component of SASCI, Jammu and Kashmir was allocated 210 crores, which have been leveraged for providing our share of eligible CSS schemes. My government has made rapid progress in financial management reforms by smoothly transitioning all centrally sponsored schemes from treasury mode to Sparsh. We have also mandated the use of Aadhaar-based payments for all DBT CSS. Under Sparsh module rollout, 151 SNA accounts have been opened with Reserve Bank of India. The cyber treasury is fully operational. Sanctions of over 2,500 crores were received and over 23,000 bills have been processed. I propose the modernization of the accountancy training institutes at Srinagar and Jammu with a cost of 10 crores under SASCI framework. My government has submitted a proposal for availing 350 crores under this incentive to build long-term institutional capacity. This initiative will place Jammu and Kashmir among the leading states and union territories in digital financial governance and marks our commitment to a transparent, corruption-free and citizen-centric financial system. My government is fully aware that a number of posts in far-flung and difficult areas remain persistently vacant due to challenging living and working conditions. This affects service delivery in critical sectors such as health, education, and administration. I wish to inform this august House that my government is actively contemplating a structured incentive scheme for employees posted in such remote and hardship areas. In such remote and hardship areas, with the objective of improving retention and ensuring equitable access to public services for those citizens living in the most difficult terrains. This initiative will aim to balance the employee welfare with effective governance so that no region of Jammu and Kashmir remains underserved due to staffing constraints. My government will ensure that all industrial units availing any form of government concession, whether in the form of subsidy, electricity, or land, must give due priority to employment of local youth from Jammu and Kashmir. So that industrial growth directly translates into jobs, skills, and income opportunities for the residents of Jammu and Kashmir. This policy will align investment with inclusive development, ensuring that the benefits of industrialization are shared equitably with local communities and contribute meaningfully to regional prosperity. To support horticulturalists, I announced the implementation of the restructured weather-based insurance scheme. Or the RWBIS in J&K for apple, traditional and high density both, saffron in Kashmir division, and mango, lychee and saffron in Jammu division, in which the sum insured would be 6,594.93 crores. Currently, 68 controlled atmosphere stores with a combined capacity of 2.92 lakh metric tons are operational against the requirement of 6 lakh metric tons. An additional 15,000 metric tons of CA capacity is being added in 25-26 and 38,000 metric tons CA capacity is aimed in 26-27. To ensure balanced regional development and wider dispersal of CA storage infrastructure, I propose to focus top-up subsidy for such CA storage in districts other than the districts of Pulwama and Shupaiya, where CA capacity has now saturated. For achieving this target, 40 CA stores with an investment of 1,400 crores would be needed. Subsidy of 600 crores would be provided by the government, and top-up subsidy shall be available to these CA stores starting from 26-27. The government will provide 25% top-up subsidy for popularizing micro and sprinkle irrigation systems. In the first instance, I have earmarked 116.86 crores for the purpose, which will improve and enhance water use efficiency by 60 to 80% and benefit farmers of 3 lakh hectare land. I am announcing the aromatic and medicinal plan mission with financial outlay of 150 crores. I am allocating 10 crores in the next financial year. This mission will leverage the vast natural resources of Jammu and Kashmir and substantially boost livelihood and income generation opportunities. Jammu and Kashmir has been importing high genetic breed animals from all over the world since the 1980s, but after a few years, we are left with crossbreed animals. Last year, 600 Dorper and Texel sheep from Australia and 40 bulls from USA have been imported. This process will go on in coming years. To ensure high genetic breed remains intact, my government will establish one embryo transfer technology lab in every district by investing 65 crores in a phased manner. I propose to further strengthen rural infrastructure, sanitation and livelihood by supporting converging and optimally leveraging various central government schemes with a special focus on achieving ODF plus status across rural Jammu and Kashmir. To ensure long-term sustainability of these assets, I further propose to leverage district capex funds from 26-27 onwards for engaging capable agencies for professional operation and maintenance of rural sanitation infrastructure so that these facilities remain functional, hygienic and community-owned. My government remains deeply committed to ensuring the safety, comfort and spiritual experience of pilgrims visiting the holy Sri Amarnath Ji Shrine. During 2025-26, over 200 infrastructure projects works for Sri Amarnath Ji Yatra were completed, improving safety and pilgrim experience. I propose to further modernize pilgrim infrastructure with an outlay of 180 crores during 26-27 in partnership with the Border Roads Organization to improve road connectivity, emergency response systems and logistical support. This initiative will ensure that the Sri Amarnath Ji Yatra becomes safer, smoother and more dignified for pilgrims from across the country. My government has launched the JKE Pathshala DTH channel to ensure universal access to quality education for students across Jammu and Kashmir, especially in remote and hilly areas. This free-to-air channel, broadcast through Doordarshan DTH, delivers curriculum-aligned classes from class 1 to 12 without dependence on internet connectivity. 2 dedicated digital studios have been established and over 300 educational videos have already been produced. From next year, we will also develop a class-specific channel through e-Pathshala initiative, which would greatly complement the efforts of our teaching community. My government will introduce indoor games such as chess and carom facilities in all government schools of J&K to promote holistic development of students. This initiative aims to strengthen cognitive skills, strategic thinking, concentration and decision-making abilities. An amount of 18 crores has been earmarked for this purpose. I propose to upgrade 1,000 Anganwadi centers into modern Bal Vidyalayas at a cost of 72,000 per center, with improved learning spaces, child-friendly infrastructure and enhanced safety standards so that our youngest children receive a nurturing and stimulating educational environment. I further propose to construct 127 new Anganwadi centers, one in each CDPO block, to bridge critical infrastructure gaps and ensure every child has access to quality early childhood care and nutritional services. I propose an outlay of 70 crores for scholarship support to over 3 lakh tribal students, covering 2.82 lakh pre-metric and 17,000 post-metric scheduled tribe students, so that no tribal child is deprived of education due to financial hardships. To promote forest-based livelihoods, 100 Vandham Dhan Vikas Kendras are being set up under the PM Van Dhan Yojana with an outlay of 15 crores. I propose to further promote tribal homestays in tourism potential areas with financial support of 5 lakhs each per unit to create sustainable income opportunities and community-based tourism models. A pilot community platform for tribal artisans and clusters is being launched with 50 lakhs to improve branding and market access. The extension block of Lal Ded Hospital in Srinagar will be commissioned in 26-27 at a cost of 180 crores to augment gynecology and obstetrics capacity with 108 additional beds and an NICU facility. We will also introduce the IVF facility in Lal Ded Hospital. The construction of a 249-bedded mother and child care hospital at GMC Anantnag will be initiated in 26-27. I further propose to establish full-fledged emergency medical departments in all government medical colleges over the next 2 financial years to ensure round-the-clock trauma care, rapid emergency response, and improved survival outcomes for accident victims and critical patients. Cardiology services are being strengthened with the inauguration of 2 new cath labs at GMC Anantnag and Jammu. With further funding, 17 critical care blocks, 2 100-bedded and 12 50-bedded are under construction. I propose to strengthen advanced cardiac care services in Jammu and Kashmir by establishing cath labs at Government Medical College Rajouri and Government Medical College Baramulla during 26-27 at a total cost of 30 crores. A cath lab at GMC Doda for the Chenab Valley will also be taken up. The Food Safety Organization will be strengthened through enhanced testing facility and funding to safeguard public health. In recent years, Jammu and Kashmir has witnessed a concerning rise in the incidence of cancer, posing a serious public health challenge for our people. Recognizing the urgency of this issue, my government will roll out a cancer control strategy for J&K in collaboration with Niti Aayog and ICMR. The focus will be on implementing various interventions and strategies for management of cancer in Jammu and Kashmir and will include collaborations for infrastructure development, training and capacity building. To strengthen peripheral healthcare systems and enhance quality and availability of medical services, my government will implement a time-bound action plan for upgradation of medical services in peripheral medical colleges based on the recommendations of a high-level committee already constituted for this purpose. The focused upgradation will lead to a significant qualitative improvement in healthcare delivery, reduce referrals on tertiary hospitals, and ensure specialized medical services reach people closer to their homes. I propose to establish 2 dedicated emergency and accident hospitals, one at Uri and another at Punch, to strengthen critical healthcare infrastructure in border areas which are prone to shelling, cross-border incidents and natural emergencies. These hospitals will be equipped to provide 24/7 trauma care, emergency surgery and critical medical services, ensuring rapid medical response during accidents, disasters and security-related incidents. I also propose the purchase of bulletproof ambulances for border districts, starting with 2 ambulances for Punch and Tangdhar in the next financial year. Last year we had started the free bus service for ladies. I propose to extend this year. I propose to extend the free government transport facility to persons with disabilities. This initiative will allow persons with disabilities better access to mobility. As a measure to ensure a strong social protection framework, I propose to provide full free waiver to all students belonging to AAY families studying in government schools from class 9 to class 12 who are not covered under any other education-related scholarship scheme. This measure will ensure that no child from the poorest household is forced to discontinue secondary education due to financial constraints. The scheme will have a high-impact investment in human capital with minimal fiscal burden. To promote equitable access to higher education for the poorest youth and prevent dropouts at the college level due to economic hardship, I propose to extend full fee waiver to undergraduate students from AAY families studying in government degree colleges who have not received any scholarship assistance under any other scheme. This will ensure that poverty does not become a barrier to academic aspiration. I propose to introduce a sponsorship scheme covering 6,000 orphan children who have lost both parents or their sole breadwinner, having no stable source of income and are not receiving any such benefit from the Mission Vatsalya framework. Each child under this will receive a monthly sponsorship of 4,000 rupees through direct benefit transfer. To support education, nutrition, healthcare, and basic living needs. This initiative reflects our government's commitment that no child shall be left behind due to circumstances beyond their control. To reduce the household energy burden on vulnerable families, improve health outcomes by discouraging use of solid fuels, and protect poor households from inflationary pressure, I propose to provide 6 free gas LPG cylinders per year. I propose to provide 6 free LPG gas cylinders per year to all AAY households of Jammu and Kashmir, covering the poorest of the poor. The scheme represents a direct cost of living relief for most deprived sections. Supplementary grant for the current financial year. The original grant for the financial year 25-26 was for 1,40,310 crore gross and 1,12,310 crore net of WMA of 28,000 crores. During the course of the year from 1st April 25 to 31st March 26, an amount of 3,077.04 crores shall be withdrawn in excess of grants in respect of demand number 1, General Administration, 2 Home, 6 Power Development, 7 Education, 8 Finance, 10 Law, 20 Tourism, 32 Horticulture and 36 Cooperative out of the Consolidated Fund of Jammu and Kashmir to defray expenses on services and purposes required during this purpose. This had been largely necessitated due to expenses related to Darbar Move TA, salary arrears, purchase of vehicles, etc. My government is dedicated to expanding social security for the most vulnerable sections of society while enhancing J&K's competitiveness in the national economy through grassroots level reforms. This budget not only strengthens welfare measures, but also drives transformative programs to accelerate infrastructure development, productivity and economic growth, ensuring a more prosperous and inclusive Jammu and Kashmir. We need to ensure that this is done in a fiscally prudent manner. We need to explore every avenue for upscaling revenue generation while enhancing social protection for the poor. We need to ensure cost savings through austerity measures and efficiency measures. We must also improve the impact of public expenditure by leveraging scale, competitive and private initiative. Hence, it is proposed to reduce the rebate on high-speed diesel by 2 litres. This will rationalize the price of high-speed diesel and encourage shift towards cleaner technologies. Even with this reduction of rebate, the high-speed diesel price in Jammu and Kashmir will still be lower than in our neighbouring states like Punjab, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh and Delhi. For 26-27, the total gross receipts are estimated at 1,27,767 crores, including the provision for ways and means advances and overdraft of 14,000 crores. Given these receipts, the total gross expenditure is estimated at 1,27,767 crores. The total net budget estimates for fiscal 26-27 are 1,13,776 crores, excluding the provision for ways and means advances and overdraft. This includes 80,640 crores and 33,127 crores under revenue and capital expenditure respectively under the budget estimates for 26-27 and 90,018 crores and 23,749 crores as expected revenue receipts and capital receipts respectively under budget estimates for 26-27. The own tax revenues, both tax and non-tax our own revenues, both tax and non-tax are estimated at 31,800 crores. In addition to this, 42,752 crores is to flow as central assistance and 13,400 crores as CSS to Jammu and Kashmir. The tax GDP ratio was projected at 7.5% for 25-26. The tax GDP ratio is projected at 6.6% for 26-27. Fiscal deficit for the year 25-26 was estimated to be 2.98%. This was substantially lower than 5.5% in 24-25. The fiscal deficit for the year 26-27 is estimated to be 3.69%, which is substantially higher than 3.63% in 25-26. GDP for the year 25-26 has been projected at 2,88,422 crores, which showed a growth of 9.5% over the previous year. GDP for the year 26-27 has been projected at 3,15,822 crores, indicative nominal GDP, which shows a growth of 9.5% over the previous year. Honorable Speaker, sir, with these words, I commend the budget for the financial year 26-27 of Jammu and Kashmir to this August House for consideration. Thank you.
Honorable Chief Minister की बजट तकरीर आपने सुनी, इसकी कॉपी ऐवान के मेज पर रखी जाती है। Now presentation of supplementary statement of expenditure for the year 2025-26. Janab Omar Abdullah Sahab, Honorable Chief Minister.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I also present the supplementary statement of expenditure for the year 25-26.
इसके साथ ही हमारी आज की कार्रवाई खत्म होती है। अब हम कल मुल्क 7 फरवरी शनिचरवार को सुबह 10 बजे फिर इसी जगह मिलेंगे। चाहते इंफॉर्मेशन मैं आपको स्टॉप नहीं करूंगा। हाँ बताओ आप क्या करें। चलो उसको बोलने दो।
थैंक यू सर। सर, हमारे किश्तवाड़ की लिफ्ट स्कीम की मैंने डिमांड की थी। सर, हमारे वहाँ पे आज भी आए दिन प्रोटेस्ट होता है पानी को लेके, लेकिन लिफ्ट स्कीम को लेके कोई फंड अप्रूव ही नहीं हुआ अभी तक। सर, यहाँ पे बड़ी बातें चल रही थी, टेंडर हो गया, मुबारकबादियां चल रही थी, लेकिन पता नहीं मेरे वहाँ पे ये टेंडर क्यों नहीं होता, वहाँ पे क्यों नहीं पानी मिलता। सर, बड़ा दुख होता है। सर, एक और सवाल है पानी को ही लेके है। सर, सरूड़ एरिया हमारा जो है पानी को लेके बिल्कुल डिफंक्ट है, वहाँ कोई पानी नहीं आता। सर, आज भी मैं वहाँ जाती हूँ, मेरी बहनें मुझसे सवाल पूछती है कि हमारे यहाँ पानी कब आएगा। मैं उनको कैसे जवाब दूं कि सीएम साहब की जो हमारी सरकार है वो पानी देने को भी तैयार नहीं है।
तैयार तो है, आप तशरीफ रखिए। सवाल देखो ऑनरेबल मेंबर, ऑनरेबल आप देखो तशरीफ। आपने सवाल पूछा, बैठो ना। अब सवाल पूछा आपने। सप्लीमेंट्री होता है कि जो यहाँ सवाल पूछा जाता है उसी के बारे में अगर आपको कुछ क्लियरिफिकेशन चाहे, आप ये कहते हैं कि मैं जवाब दे दूंगा, ये जवाब दे देंगे। बोलिए अगर आप बोलना चाहते हैं तो मुझे कोई नहीं।
सर, ऑनरेबल मीर सैफुल्ला साहब, ये आप सैफुल्ला आप कर लें।
बताओ आपने तो पूछा सप्लीमेंट्री,
सेकंड सप्लीमेंट्री।
अरे इसमें बहस नहीं,
बहस की बात नहीं है सर,
15 मिनट हो गए
सर, बहस की बात नहीं है। एज पर रूल मेरे 2 सप्लीमेंट्री बनते हैं।
कोई रूल नहीं है,
मेरा राइट मेरा बनता है,
कोई सब रूल नहीं है सप्लीमेंट्री।
सर मैं ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर साहब से गुजारिश करना चाहता हूँ कि बेसिकली जो यहाँ सैफुल्ला साहब ने भी कहा, ये रुकी पड़ी है स्कीम्स, क्योंकि पैसा इसमें जो है पैसा नहीं आ रहा है। मैंने कंट्रैक्टर से भी बात की थी, मैंने उनको भी बुला के लाया था, उनसे भी बात की थी। उनका एक मुझे ये पता नहीं है, कुछ सेविंग्स वो कह रहे हैं, कुछ सेविंग्स है, अगर हमें फिलहाल उसमें से कुछ दिया जाए ताकि हम जो उनका जो रुका पड़ा काम है वो उसको कंप्लीट कर सकते हैं। अगर सेविंग्स आपके पास कुछ पड़ी है, उनका वो वागुजार अगर होता है थोड़ा बहुत, ताकि जो बचा कुचा काम है वो काम है जो कंप्लीट हो सके, हमारी स्कीमें चलें।
जब पैसा आया नहीं तो सेविंग कैसे होगी? जब पैसा आया होगा तो फिर सेविंग होगी, बताइए
सर। ऑनरेबल एमएलए हजरात का कंसर्न है, इसमें शक नहीं। ऑनरेबल हमारे मीर सैफुल्ला साहब, मैं गुजारिश करूंगा, बड़े सीनियर हमारे साथी हैं, तो इनकी जब इनका सवाल या इनके साथ जब मेरी गुफ्तगू होती है।
Yes, sir. It is a fact that the internationally known tourist destinations Dot Pathri, Tosa Maidan and Yusmarg have remained closed for tourist activities for the last 9 months owing to security-related considerations. Part B. Yes, sir. The prolonged closure of these tourist destinations has adversely affected the local economy, thereby impacting the livelihood of ATV operators, vehicle owners, ponywalas, stall owners, guides, and other stakeholders dependent on tourism activity in these areas. C. Yes, sir. The continued closure caused distress among local youth, including those who had availed loans from various financial institutions for running tourism-related businesses in the said destination. Part D. The matter regarding reopening of Dot Pathri, Tosa Maidan and Yusmarg involves security considerations which is beyond the mandate of the tourism department at present. A DO letter from Honorable MLA Khan Sahab in this regard has been forwarded to Deputy Commissioner Badgam via letter number TSM-TDA 51 of 2021 dated 29/10/2025 for appropriate action. E. Due to the unfortunate incident at Pahalgam and the consequent restrictions imposed by the district administration, the snow skating games at Dot Pathri could not be organized. F. The gondola ropeway project at Tosa Maidan has been proposed by PWD R&B department through National Highway Logistics Management Limited under the Parvatmala scheme as conveyed by Government Order number 373 PW R&B of 2023 dated 6/9/2023.
थैंक यू सर। मैं
जवाब तो
इससे मुतमईन नहीं सर, मैं सिर्फ एक रिक्वेस्ट है ऑनरेबल सीएम साहब से, मैं इसके जवाब से मुतमईन। इनके हाथ में ये सिक्योरिटी रीजंस की वजह से ये गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया के पास मैटर है, मगर मसला ये है कि मेरी कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी आपकी भी और ब्यूरवा की भी, ये 3 कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसीज का एक बर्निंग इशू बन गया है। ये 3 डेस्टिनेशंस हमें वहां पे इस वक्त लोग स्ट्रेस में हैं। अगर कोई हमारी गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से एटीवी वालों को बैंक लोन ने उनने 8-8 लाख 7-7 लाख 10-10 लाख लोन लिया है, घोड़े वालों ने, होटल वालों ने, तो उस लोन के पीछे गवर्नमेंट पड़ी है। कोई रिलैक्सेशन उनके लिए हो जाए, कोई गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से अगर बैंक को डायरेक्शन, या उन्होंने ये लिखा है डीसी साहब को, हमने कहा है कि आप ये कर दीजिए रिव्यू, इसमें जवाब से इनके मुतमईन की इनके हाथ में, मगर डीसी साहब टस से मस नहीं हो रहे हैं, वो केस को रिओपन ही नहीं कर रहे हैं। उसको मैंने 3 चिट्ठियां लिखी, पर्सनली गया वहां पर, वो कह रहे हैं एसएसपी साहब कह रहे हैं कि नहीं जी ये वो करेंगे, इसमें स्टार्टअप क्या करेंगे। तो एक ही गुजारिश है कि अगर गवर्नमेंट से कुछ हो सकता उनके लिए रिलीफ का कुछ, तो सीएम साहब से मेरी यही रिक्वेस्ट है कि वो पॉसिबल है कुछ उनको लोन में कुछ रिबेट या कुछ।
ऑनरेबल स्पीकर साहब, ऑनरेबल एमएलए साहब का कहना बिल्कुल सही है और हमने जवाब में इस चीज को तस्लीम किया है कि वहां इस क्लोजर के वजह से लोगों को एक इकोनॉमिक फाइनेंशियल डिस्ट्रेस जो है वो पहुंच चुकी है। ये सही है कि क्लोजर का ऑर्डर जो है वो डिस्ट्रिक्ट से आता है, लेकिन ऑनरेबल एमएलए साहब भी जानते हैं, मैं भी जानता हूं कि डिसीजन जो है वो डीसी नहीं कर सकता, न एसएसपी कर सकता है। ये उनके लेवल से बहुत ऊंचा है जहां पे ये फैसले होंगे। मैंने कल ऑनरेबल एलजी साहब के खुतबे के जवाब के दौरान यहाँ कहा था कि होम मिनिस्टर साहब के मुलाकात के दौरान मैं इस चीज़ का जिक्र ज़रूर करूँगा कि जहाँ जहाँ टूरिज्म के हमारे डेस्टिनेशंस बंद हैं उन्हें दोबारा खोल दिया जाना चाहिए ताकि सही मायने में टूरिज्म वहाँ रिवाइव हो। लेकिन उसके साथ साथ जो ऑनरेबल एमएलए साहब ने कंसर्न जताया और उन्होंने कहा कि हमें एक पैकेज के लिए जो है सोचना चाहिए ताकि थोड़ा सा हम उनको रिलीफ दें जिनको इकोनॉमिकली इस चीज़ का जो है नुकसान भुगतना पड़ा है, उस पर हम ज़रूर सोचेंगे।
अरे अच्छी बात है। नजीर अहमद खान साहब, नजीर अहमद खान साहब सवाल नहीं पूछ रहे।
इससे पहले एक क्वेश्चन है
वाला नहीं है, ये हमने पहला क्वेश्चन जो है वो पोस्ट डेफर किया है, वो डेफर किया है।
सर क्वेश्चन नंबर 77
इस वक्त नहीं, इस वक्त नहीं।
Honorable Speaker, sir, सफर तवील है, भोज भी बारी है, पर हर सूरत ये सफर जारी है, जारी है। With deep humility and unwavering resolve, I rise today to present my second budget as Finance Minister. It is a privilege to be entrusted with the responsibility of shaping the financial future of our land. This budget is not merely a ledger of figures, it is a fiscal compass, charting our path towards a brighter horizon. It lays strong foundations for an enduring economic growth, social harmony, and sustainable prosperity. As we embark on this shared journey, I invite every honorable member of this august house to come together and work collectively to build a strong and flourishing Jammu and Kashmir. The soul of Jammu and Kashmir has been forged in resilience and strengthened by hope. Through changing seasons and testing times, our people have stood firm, drawing wisdom from the past and courage from the future. Guided by this enduring spirit, our government is committed to transforming Jammu and Kashmir into a modern, progressive and economically vibrant region. Together, we will turn obstacles into stepping stones and aspirations into achievements. We are building a business-friendly ecosystem that invites innovation and investment, turning Jammu and Kashmir into a hub of enterprise and ideas. This vision has been shaped through wide-ranging consultations with elected representatives, industry leaders and stakeholders. Their voices have enriched this budget and ensured that it remains people-centric. By engaging directly with every member of this House, we have laid the cornerstone of a new culture of participatory governance. The past year has been nothing but challenging for Jammu and Kashmir and for the entire nation. At the national level, we have seen our growth path suddenly challenged by geopolitical challenges. While the national economy is accelerating at 6 to 8% growth rate, we see our access to global markets being constrained by trade frictions. Even in Jammu and Kashmir, just as our economy was consolidating with renewed vigor, the barbaric terrorist attack at Pahalgam and its aftermath shocked us. The devastating floods in August and September have severely battered the Jammu region. These two calamities have further accentuated the fiscal challenges before us. All the sectors of economic activity, including tourism, handicrafts, horticulture and agriculture, are badly affected. There is substantial loss of jobs and business in all sectors, leading to financial distress on families. This budget gives us an opportunity to analyze these challenges incisively and respond to them resolutely by reforming with great vigor. This budget is anchored in the vision of inclusive and sustainable growth driven by fiscally prudent strategic investments across infrastructure, public service and governance. It seeks to bridge regions, unlock potential and create pathways of opportunity, especially for our youth and women who are the architects of tomorrow. Jammu and Kashmir's fiscal stress stems from high committed expenditure and limited own revenue capacity. Own tax and non-tax revenues cover only 25% of our budgetary needs. The geographical difficulties, structural constraints and inefficiencies, especially in the power sector, further accentuate this stress and lead to reliance on central support. To address this, my government has pursued fiscal reforms to enhance revenues, rationalize spending and improve fiscal transparency. While the GST rate rationalization undertaken by GST Council has dented our revenues, we have leveraged the analytical inputs from the Business Intelligence Unit or BIU, GST Network and the Bhaskaracharya National Institute for Space Applications and Geoinformatics, BISAC, to prevent leakages and ensure strong GST enforcement. We have deployed the e-Abgari portal and e-stamping to streamline excise administration and land registration. We also ensure transparent auctions to boost revenues. This has led to our own tax revenue and non-tax revenue rising to 10,265 crores and 4,964 crores respectively as of December 31st, 2025. While these figures are lower than last year's collections of 10,624 crores and 5,114 crores respectively, we are making sustained efforts to exceed last year's collections by 31st March. The government's fiscal stress stems from the committed expenditure on salaries, pensions and debt servicing, which alone account for nearly 60% of overall outlay. Hence, initiatives in debt management are being taken to lower high-cost liabilities and eliminate off-budget debt. We are strengthening debt sustainability by keeping all borrowings within approved limits and improving liquidity management. For the third consecutive year, we have enforced the austerity measures for curbing non-priority spending. My government is pursuing the power sector reforms to reduce losses and improve billing efficiency. We are expanding the consumer base and aerial punched cables and executing loss reduction works in all districts. These reform measures are expected to ease financial stress and lay the foundation for a fiscally prudent development path. Still, Jammu and Kashmir continues to face significant infrastructure deficits in areas like road connectivity, water supply, sewage, tourism and power. For addressing these challenges, substantial financial resources and continued support from the central government are essential. My government actively engaged with the central government to resolve our fiscal issues. I met with the Union Home Minister and Union Finance Minister on multiple occasions. I am pleased to share that the central government has remained cognizant of our difficulties and consistently supported us through special assistance, for which we are grateful. This year, Jammu and Kashmir was brought under the ambit of the Special Assistance to States for Capital Investment, or the SASCI scheme. This decision reflects the confidence of Government of India in the reform orientation, financial discipline and execution capacity of Jammu and Kashmir. SASCI scheme provides us 50-year interest-free loans for undertaking capital investments and infrastructure projects. It has emerged as a transformative fiscal instrument as it emphasizes on substantive reforms in several key sectors by providing financial incentives for such reforms. My government has proactively leveraged this new opportunity. Under the untied allocation, 1,431 crores, we are accelerating execution of capital projects, including the hydroelectric power projects. Our capital works are aimed at strengthening infrastructure across critical sectors. Recognizing the progress achieved and the effective utilization of funds by Jammu and Kashmir, the central government approved an additional allocation of 1,431 crores under the untied component. Building resilience and reducing disaster risk is now a critical priority under SASCI. After the devastating floods in the Jammu region, we ensured a detailed visit of the interministerial team and coordinated their inspections. My government submitted detailed reports and proactively pursued financial assistance with the central government, which has now approved further allocation of 1,431 crores for disaster mitigation and restoration works. We will utilize these SASCI funds for the creation of protective and preventive infrastructure and for strengthening preparedness. Under the reform components of SASCI, Jammu and Kashmir has undertaken far-reaching mining sector reforms, qualifying for incentive of 100 crores. Similarly, the land governance reforms were started to improve transparency, ease of doing business, and citizen trust. As on date, land records of 6,839 villages have been fully computerized. Cadastral maps of 6,464 villages are digitized. Over 68 lakh land parcels have been recorded and ULPIN has been assigned to 13.25 lakh lakh parcels. The revenue court case management system is operational in 881 revenue courts, significantly reducing delays, disputes and inconvenience to citizens. These reforms helped us complete the digital crop survey and qualify for an incentive of 60 crores. Under the Naksha initiative, the aerial survey in Bishna town has been completed, thereby earning an incentive of 5 crores. Under urban planning reforms, a GIS-based data bank of industrial land has been integrated with the Indian Industrial Land Bank. Reforms such as land pooling, GIS-based planning, green buildings, flexible zoning, road rationalization, and amendments to building regulations have been undertaken. Based on these, my government has submitted a proposal for availing 454 crores under this incentive. I am happy to note that the fiscal consolidation measures, the persistent implementation of reforms, and the strategic capital investments are accelerating our economy. Our gross state domestic product, or GSDP, is estimated to grow from 2,36,059 crores in 23-24 to 2,62,458 crores in 24-25 and is projected to rise to 2,88,422 crores in 25-26, signaling a decisive leap in our GSDP. In 25-26, the primary, secondary and tertiary sectors are projected to contribute 20, 18 and 62% to GSVA respectively. Jammu and Kashmir's economy is estimated to grow at 11%. Driven by our sustained initiatives and strategic policy interventions, this positive GSDP trajectory has supported Jammu and Kashmir to tackle the aggravated fiscal challenges after the Pahalgam tragedy and the recent floods. With confidence in our direction and faith in our collective strength, I am certain that Jammu and Kashmir will emerge as a leading region of development, innovation and opportunity. My government is working to strengthen administrative capacity, modernize civil services, ensure efficient recruitment, and enhance institutional infrastructure in Jammu and Kashmir. We have actively implemented Mission Karam Yogi, which aims to train civil servants through its role-based, competency-driven approach. Out of 3.74 lakh employees, 1.25 lakh employees have been onboarded and 53,073 employees are actively engaged in their training. My government has made employment generation a central pillar of its governance agenda. With a clear focus on speed, transparency and merit in public recruitment, I am pleased to inform this House that 7,650 candidates have been appointed to government service during the year 2025. Purely on the basis of merit through a transparent and technology-driven recruitment process, restoring faith of our youth in public institutions. I propose to fast-track the recruitment process for 23,800 additional posts, including 2,800 gazetted, 14,000 non-gazetted and 7,000 Class 4 posts, so that these vacancies are filled in a strictly time-bound manner. In addition, 910 compassionate appointments have been provided during 2025, ensuring that families who have lost their sole breadwinners are able to cope with dignity, security and hope. These measures reflect our firm resolve that every deserving youth gets a fair opportunity and that public employment in Jammu and Kashmir remains transparent, accountable and accessible to all. My government is fully conscious of the long-standing aspirations of daily rated workers, casual and temporary workers who have served the administration for years under difficult conditions and with limited job security. Last year, a high-level committee was constituted to examine all legal, financial and administrative aspects of regularization of daily rated workers so that a fair, transparent and sustainable policy framework could be evolved. I assure this House that my government is committed to finding a just and humane resolution to this long-pending issue, and based on the recommendations of the committee, a structured and phased roadmap for regularization will be announced in the coming period. Our objective is to ensure that those who have devoted the prime years of their lives to public service are given dignity, security, and a stable future within the framework of law and fiscal responsibility. My government acknowledges the invaluable contribution of ASHA and Anganwadi workers, who form the backbone of our public health and early childhood care systems. Their dedication at the grassroots level, especially in reaching the most vulnerable sections, deserves our deepest appreciation. Government is committed to removing the impediments to ensure timely release of their honorarium. I am also pleased to inform this House that honorarium of vocational instructors has been enhanced, reflecting our commitment to recognizing the role of skilled educators in in strengthening employability and vocational education. We have strengthened the infrastructure of our recruitment and accountability agencies. Construction of police stations for the Anti-Corruption Bureau in Jammu, Baramulla and Anantnag will be completed by the end of the financial year. Similarly, the Jammu office of the JKSSB is nearing completion, and the construction of JKSSB building at Srinagar is expected to be completed by June 2027. My government has restored the Darbar move in a structured and modernized manner, reaffirming its importance as a unique administrative tradition that strengthens regional integration and participatory governance. The restoration of the Darbar move has already begun to revive economic activity in Jammu, benefiting transport operators, hospitality sector, small traders, service providers whose livelihoods depend on this seasonal movement of administration. My government is working to strengthen facilities and welfare measures for government employees associated with the Darbar move, including improved accommodation, better office infrastructure, digital connectivity, and enhanced logistical arrangements so that the move becomes more efficient, employee-friendly, and cost-effective. This approach ensures that the Darbar move is not merely symbolic, but a productive governance mechanism that supports both economic vitality and employee well-being. The agriculture and allied sectors are undergoing transformation through the interventions under the Holistic Agriculture Development Program and the Competitiveness Improvement of Agriculture and Allied Sectors project, backed by IFAD assistance.